Hello and welcome to On Track GP. We are here. It is Texas week. Very exciting. I mean, I do feel like Max has won it. Shall we all just go home now?
No.
No.
What in the world? He's starting from 6.
He's starting from 6, but let's be honest, it's all done anyway. It's all wrapped up. But we're here for vibes. We're here for fun. We are in the US and we are here for it. So I'm joined by Talia. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
You're good. Excited this weekend?
Yeah, definitely,
Buzzing?
definitely. Yeah, I like that. Well, obviously you're a Max fan, so you're like, yeah, we're done now.
I'm just chilled. Like,
because he's in sick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I have had a super chilled season, to be fair.
Yeah. If you are a fan of Red Bull and Max, and it has been a very nice season, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have my third J of the other day.
This is
How
true.
are you doing?
I'm really good. I'm impressed that you've dressed up for Texas.
Thank you.
I like that
I
very
agree.
much.
Cowgirl boots.
Yeah,
Yes.
love a cowboy.
I feel like we missed the memo.
I would definitely miss
Yeah.
the memo. I'm in comfies.
I'm really excited to be here. I think, to be honest with you, this might be the most exciting race we've had maybe since Singapore. I know that was only not that long ago, but it's nice to see Max a bit further back. Let's teach him a lesson, and hopefully, fingers crossed. No, I'm joking. I think he'll probably still get to the front by about like 10 or something stupid.
No,
but
don't say that. Don't say that.
No, I don't
Ferrari's
want
at the front.
I don't want it to be the case, but it'd be really nice to get another, a different name winning the race today. I'd like to see that. So, I've put my Mercedes top on for Hamilton today. He's obviously up in the top 3. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good one.
All right, Nina, welcome. First time on the show.
Yes.
Nice
Happy
to have
be
you.
here.
And you're a Ferrari fan as well.
I-
We're outnumbered today.
Ridiculous.
I am a Ferrari girl through and through. I don't know if Leclerc will be able to stay on top, if I'm just being honest with myself. But, you know, it's nice that he got the pole and I'm excited for this race.
All right, well, let's have a look at that at the grid. So from the back, just to let everybody know, there are 4 starting in the pit lane. That is Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll, Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. We will talk about that in more depth.
Yeah.
But it's Logan Sargent in 16th, Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guanyu, Yuki Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen in 6th, George Russell 5th, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc make up the top
It's an exciting
3.
grid.
It is.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a grid like that really the whole season
No, I
where
think
it's
you're
so
probably right.
mixed.
I think it's brilliant to see the Aston Martin. Well, it's not brilliant for them if you're an Aston Martin fan.
Not
but
a good week.
Alonso, they're starting from the pit. We'll speak about that in a second. But seeing those cars far back, seeing Max in 6th, you know, I think maybe the Mercedes has the better race car than the Ferrari. So seeing that a little bit out of position as well. Piastri's down in 10th. We know he's a great driver. And Logan Sargent not at the back, which is really exciting for him.
Well,
so,
I mean, it's by default. He's
yes,
not.
it's by default. We didn't want to bring that up.
That's sure.
I think you're right. Probably maybe the best grid of the season. I don't know. For excitement anyway.
Definitely. Nina, obviously we've got P1 and P4 for Ferraris today.
Yes.
What is a realistic expectation? We know they have struggled with race pace and they've had a few DNFs this season as well. What is realistic for Ferrari today?
If we can get strategy right,
Yeah, the key.
then I reckon Leclerc can nick a podium and Sainz can finish top 6. That's me being realistic.
Oh, I like that.
Are you feeling the same, Tanya?
Yeah, but I don't like to be realistic. I like to be hopeful.
Okay, yeah.
Two completely different Ferrari fans. This is what we want.
I'm going to be hopeful, and I do think that hopefully Leclerc will stay in the top 3. Obviously, I want him to stay first, but maybe second will be nice if not. And you know what? I think Carlos Sainz could probably stick 4th or 5th. So.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, we've spoken about Leclerc and Sainz quite a lot this season on the show, and actually, out of the 2 drivers, Carlos Sainz has been the more consistent out of the 2. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, and I'm actually really happy for him because I think the past couple of seasons he was looked at as very much a number 2 driver, and he's proven he's worked hard. This has not been easy for him because I think the car is, I don't know if it's built for Leclerc, but it definitely suits Leclerc's driving style more. So now Carlos Sainz has got to grips with the car. He's happy with the car, and he's showing what he's got. He's no number 2.
No.
I agree. I think that number 1 spot, if we're calling it that, is very, very open when it comes to Ferrari. Equally so at McLaren as well, because obviously we have Lando today. He's P2. Piastri is further back down the grid. But as a rookie season, we spoke about it on the show the other day that I can't remember another rookie having the season that he's had since Max.
I think you're absolutely right. Like Piastri has been like incredible. And we've seen new drivers coming up through F2, you know, your Sergeants and people like that, and people struggle. So it's really not that easy, and he's done so well. But this weekend, Norris seems to have switched it on. Because if I'm Lando Norris, I'm thinking, I'm not particularly happy with Oscar Piastri. They put a great front when they're in front doing their content and stuff for socials. But to be honest, I can see a situation next year when they start a bit of infighting, because Oscar's a great driver, so's Lando. And if Lando's going to stick at McLaren, and they've got a great race car, then he needs to be that number one for himself. And listen, Oscar's got a win under his belt with the sprint race win. Lando hasn't. So today's a massive opportunity from him.
I agree with you. I don't think Lando's going to be the happiest. I mean, whatever we see on the cameras and however much we see him smiling, I don't think he's going to be the happiest. I mean, realistically, who would be? That's the question. So.
But we do want competition, don't we?
We do.
But that's the point.
And I think that's what has been exciting with certain teams like Ferrari. So, you know, Carlos Sainz is the only winner to win a Grand Prix that isn't from Red Bull this year when he won in Singapore. But maybe this weekend is Leclerc's chance to do just that. So seeing them a bit closer. McLaren, they've got drivers that are close. But then you look at Aston Martin, when we've got the obvious difference, and Red Bull as well between Max and Checo. I like it when you see two drivers competing.
I do as well. And also we continuously talk about, you know, Sauber and Audi, the new car that's going to be coming in 2026. There's a lot of contracts that are also up in 2026. So next season is really important, I think, for this Lando Piastri
Massive
vibe going on, because then there will be people that are out of contract. Sergio Perez, I think he finishes his contract at Red Bull, I think 2025 potentially. Sure. So again, they're going to want someone, and I would love to have Lando in a Red Bull. But whether or not that happens, it's another story. But next season, it's going to be very telling, because there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of eyes on some of those drivers we're talking about. Back of the grid, though, there was big upgrades for Haas, floor upgrades for Mercedes, and other upgrades for AlphaTauri and Aston. Clearly, the upgrades for the Haas and the Aston have not quite worked out, because we're seeing them start from the pit lane.
Fernando Alonso, what's happened there?
I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard, because that's the thing. I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm a Ferrari fan, but Fernando Alonso is one of my favourite drivers, and that's why he brings it up. And I don't know, because like we've said at the beginning of the season, he was doing fantastically. And then it's just, I mean, obviously it's things to do with the car, but it's so unfair that it can just keep happening, and it just keeps getting worse and worse each race, it seems.
I think it's because they started so well.
Yeah.
And, you know, Fernando was up there challenging. I mean, you know, he didn't win a race, but he was on that podium consistently for the first, how many, like 30?
Yeah, it was the good, like, fourth, that
so
first segment.
I think the drop-off seems so dramatic because they started so well. And now it makes us a bit like, what is happening?
It's made it look
Martin?
probably worse than it actually is, because they started so well.
Yeah.
And McLaren's kind of climb has looked better because of how bad they were. But it's really weird with Aston Martin bringing the upgrades this week, because if I was in charge of a team, I wouldn't be bringing upgrades to a sprint weekend, because you've only got that one practice session to get it together. Then you're straight into the sprint kind of format and qualifying and things like that. However, Mercedes made it work, but Aston just haven't. And I think we'll go into it, but we think Fernando Alonso has told them to take all the upgrades off the car to give him a better chance to know.
Well, it does seem that is potentially what has gone on, and the same with Haas as well. I mean, it's an American race.
Yeah.
Haas are an American-owned team. And I don't know if there's the same thing. I know that Lawrence Stroll is Canadian, but I don't know if there's some kind of pull that he wants to do really well on American soil. Yeah. But it seems that the four of them, those four cars, do want to basically undo the upgrades, which is quite funny, because how can an upgrade be so bad that you want to take it off the existing car?
Yeah.
And both drivers agree that they want it off.
Yeah.
Because normally it's split. Normally one driver's really happy with it and they go off and have fun, and the other driver's like, I'm not happy. But both drivers at both teams.
It's a weird thing to do at this time of the season.
Yeah.
The championship's wrapped up in terms of drivers and constructors. We've not got that long left. So yes, you might want to try some new things out, but Aston are in a really dodgy situation with McLaren coming up behind them. They will probably take them, especially with a weekend like this. They probably can't afford stupid little risks like
That's the thing, they wouldn't have thought this was a stupid risk. They probably thought the upgrade was going to push them further ahead.
Forward.
But if you just keep it as it is, Alonso's been doing okay.
They should have kept it as it is from the beginning.
Maybe they've tried to change it for Lance, haven't they? They probably thought, let's try and build it around Lance, and look what's happened.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, there was, in qualifying in Q1 yesterday, there was big plumes of smoke and dust coming out of Lance Stroll's car anyway. So it's noted that it's been from the wheel guns, not the car. However, there seems to be an issue there, and we'll see what happens with Lance and Alonso today. You guys were doing qualifying yesterday, weren't you?
We did the sprint yesterday, but I was doing qualifying Friday night. It was a really good session, actually. For the first time, again, in a little while, we had cars really close together. Max did put it on pole, but exceeded track limits.
Track limits.
Quite
How many
badly
times
as
have we
well.
spoken about track limits this season?
But it happened a lot in qualifying, but it was really close, and Leclerc put an incredible lap in. And then Norris came out of nowhere because McLaren weren't actually firing on all cylinders throughout the session. And then I don't know what happened. He had his Weetabix, Lando Norris, and he absolutely took off on that final lap. But yeah, a really good session. So if we can get anything like that in the race today, I think we're in for a good one.
Absolutely. And to be fair, there was less than a tenth in Q1 of qualifying between Leclerc, Norris and Perez. Perez did manage, though, to make it to Q3.
It's an absolute miracle.
Give him a round of applause, because it's something that happens very, very rarely.
I feel so bad. I'm not a Red Bull fan, but I feel bad for
Don't
Perez.
feel bad for Checo.
God, okay.
Why'd you feel bad?
I just feel like he's in his head, he's in a rut. You often see with a dominating driver, if we look at in the past, you've got Lewis, Bottas, Lewis, Rosberg, and you can see at some points in those seasons, their teammates have just fallen off the wagon.
Yep.
It's exactly what's happening to Perez right now, because he's got the talent. He's not up there with Max, as we know, but he's still second in the championship. He's had a good start. I feel bad for him. He's in a rut.
I wouldn't.
Don't feel bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I'm sure he's got enough money coming in for Sergio. But also, I think, well, do you know what I mean?
I feel like don't feel bad. He has enough money.
It's the
It's
best
fine.
car in the world.
I
He has a
absolutely
yacht
agree.
somewhere.
Listen, I did feel bad, and I am a Red Bull fan. I did feel bad because I'm a big fan of Checo. But I think that it's a complete credit to Max that Max has not needed him to help him at any time defend, because he has barely made it to Q3 this season. And I think after the first 3 races where we're sitting there going, oh my God, we're going to have a fight on our hands, Checo could go the way, he could push Max the whole way, the drop-off was so insane. And that might be the mental side of it. But at the same time, if you're a champion, or if you think that you can compete at that level, I think you have to be making Q3 every week in that car.
As a minimum.
Oh yeah, I mean, finishing on the podium.
Absolutely.
Do we think his seat is safe?
I think
There's
it
been
suits.
so much chatter around.
There has, but
So
I think
much.
it suits Red Bull. And as a Red Bull fan, I'll be interested in your thoughts on this, because I don't know if you want a Lando Norris, from the sense of if you start to get fighting between, say, Lando and Max, or a driver that is going to compete with Max. We see what happens with Max when anything gets a bit close, don't we? Max throws his toys out the pram a little bit, and I would as well. But
That's a good
I think it suits Max. Max can do it on his own. Sergio is a perfect team player. We saw what he did in Abu Dhabi that year that Max did it. So yeah, I think he'll move on maybe at the end of the contract, but I think he'll be there next year, because I just think it will suit Max, and it probably suits the team and Christian.
Yeah,
Horner.
I totally agree. I think it does completely suit Red Bull to do that and see out the contract. And I would never say that he hasn't been a brilliant servant to Red Bull. They've been a great partnership in that sense. However, this season he hasn't had him there, and he hasn't needed to rely on him, Max, because of how good he is as a driver and the car. But I would say next season I do expect Mercedes to be more, just sorting out their car, to be honest with you. Whether or not they're challenging again, but just, more competitive than they have been. And same with Ferrari. I mean, I think we expected Ferrari to be challenging again this year, and the car just hasn't really lived up to the record. And it has been very easy for Red Bull. It's been just a stroll. And you have seen Max, so far out in head. I think sometimes he just breaks, maybe just to kind of be in and around the action towards the end. But at some points we're seeing like a 30-second difference between him and the car behind, and it is kind of crazy that's what we're talking about.
Well, there was that
with
race
it.
when they were telling him to speed up, weren't they?
Yeah, and
They were like, Max, speed up. And
You
he
literally
just-
have barely seen Max
Yeah.
racing this year.
Yeah.
I think it was Singapore we saw the most of him, when he was obviously falling behind. But once he gets going and he's out in front, you probably don't really see him again unless he boxes.
No, he's been so dominant, and it's been as boring as it's maybe made the competition of the sport. It's been quite a good kind of season behind him. It's an absolute joy to watch. He is incredible, and the car is amazing. And if you look at Christian Horner and Red Bull as a team, they've won the Constructors' Championship. There's no rule that both drivers have to kind of perform.
No, of
so if
course
they
not.
want to put all their effort into one driver and still win it, everyone's done their job.
Yeah.
Sergio will get a bonus because he's part of a team that's won a championship. So
Yeah.
if that's how they want to go about it, then they've done it that way. Fair play.
Yeah, it's true. Danny Ricciardo returns to
She's
the
lovely.
grid. Are we all Honey Badger fans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love Danny.
If
love
you're not, I
Danny
don't think
Rick.
you're a fan of F1.
It's true.
That's a statement, but I think it's true.
That's a statement.
Yeah, I love him. I love
That
him.
it is true. I think it is true, to be fair. He is great. He is what makes F1 so brilliant. Obviously, him and Yuki, they are both at AlphaTauri now. However, the AlphaTauri he was driving looked a little bit skittish through turn one, his opening lap. He is back of the grid pretty much today as well on his return. What do we think is realistic for Danny Ricciardo to achieve?
It's in today's race.
Yeah.
The car's horrible, so I feel bad for him and Yuki and anyone that has to drive it. I think if he can stay out of trouble, I expect a lot of trouble. I think we had 47 or 49, I can't remember the figure, overtakes last year, this Grand Prix. There is loads of action. It is always happening. That turn one can be chaos. So if he can just stick out of problems that are going to be there, and he's there for the last 10 laps, we know what he can do as a driver. And he'll want to make a point because Liam Lawson, who replaced him for that small time, did an amazing job. He did a really, really good job. So he might have half a wrist, but I reckon that if he can just stay out of trouble for the first 3/4 of the race, then why not top 10? Why can he not push there? You never know.
It can be very hit and miss with him, I think, sometimes. You have no idea what's going to happen when he gets on the track.
It's
Like
true.
but you do. You have no idea.
But I think that's the same with Yuki. So as in, both drivers are very unpredictable.
Yeah.
I mean, Yuki ever reliable in the sense that he'll always get you P11 and he starts in P11. But Danny Ricciardo is 14th on the grid. Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guan Yu, and then Yuki ahead of him. Do we see him getting anywhere near a top 10 today?
Danny Ricciardo.
Yeah.
I just don't think so, which is really sad to say.
But then if you're
because-
looking at the cars ahead of him, it's 2 Alfa Romeos.
I think he can get past both Alfa
I think he can.
Let's
And then
not
it's an
forget this is
AlphaTauri.
Danny Rick.
Top
He
10.
is overtaking king. As long as, and also we don't know what's going to happen ahead of the field. There might be
Yeah.
a couple of DNFs. I don't think points is completely unachievable.
No.
It's there, but it's not going to be easy.
I think anything's possible as well on the track. I was just saying, loads of overtaking opportunities. Danny Rick loves an overtake. So I'm gonna give him 10th and Yuki in 11th as per.
10th and Yuki in 11th.
Yeah, poor
Yuki's
Yuki.
always 11th.
That's another one I love.
to
Though.
be
I
fair.
like it.
Let's have a look at what you guys are saying in the chat. Abdi Haas says, we will get that 104 today, still we rise. Maybe a podium for a Ferrari. High deg will not help them though. Absolutely, this is not probably the track if you have deg issues.
Yeah.
Obviously, guys, we want to know your predictions. Please send them in for what you think is going to happen in the opening lap. Also, send in your predictions as well for the final grid, P1, P2, P3. Salim says Leclerc will be okay until the DRS opens up.
What lap 3?
What do you think? Yeah, lap 3.
thanks.
He'll be first till lap 3. What do you think on that?
What's he starting on? Softs? Do we know?
Don't know. I think
I
we'll
don't
find
know.
out.
They were
It's-
figuring it out
Well,
yesterday.
it's interesting to say that because we did the sprint last night and they put Science on soft and he was the only driver on the whole grid. And he probably did an all right job to hold position in the end, but we think they were trialling a little bit.
They were trialling
So-
tyres.
I think it was quite smart. I think now Science has an extra pair of mediums available to him.
It's true.
I think Leclerc is on mediums. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I just don't know. If he has a good start,
I'd struggle being a Ferrari fan because I'd have a lot of trust issues.
I have so
There's
many
a lot of
Maybe that's
trust
why.
issues.
Maybe that's
It's
why.
really funny. As a Mercedes fan, you should as well.
I know, but I'm a bit
There's-
Mercedes McLaren, so I, flip
You
that.
flip-
Well, there you
Yeah,
go. So then
flip-flop.
you just
You've had
decide
it
which one
easy.
you want.
I'm so sorry. You guys have had it so easy. Sorry you've had a bad
The
couple of seasons.
porpoising.
The thing with Mercedes is everyone's saying what a terrible season they've had. They're still P2 in the constructors, so
I don't know how.
Yeah,
neither do I. To be
neither
honest
I
with you,
don't.
but-
I honestly, when I think of the constructors, I think, oh, McLaren must be second.
Yeah, no.
It is
It's
crazy to me
Mercedes.
that
So
they're not.
They're nowhere near where they used to be, and I hope they can get back there. But they're still doing a decent job, really, to even on their off season. I think George Russell said it in an interview a while back. He said we've had one of our worst seasons ever, and we're still P2, which shows the kind of calibre of team they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ferrari had massive trust issues because you're in P1. Everyone's thinking, here we go, we could have a race win here, but you just don't know if the
No, you have absolutely no
they're
idea
gonna
where
have
this is going to
wrong
go.
tyres out,
No,
if
they
they're
have
going to
no
have a cup
idea.
of tea when they come into box. You just don't know what's
It's
going to happen.
it's
with
very
Ferrari.
true.
It's exciting.
It is. Perez does not fit the Red Bull teams. He prefers an understeer car, but Red Bulls give him an oversteer. The car fits Max's driving style. Hamilton will also fit in that car very well. By the same token, Max is also a perfect driver for Mercedes. The Mercedes car also fits Max's driving style.
Abby, can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
On the screen, some cowboys have just come onto the track.
Is it actual Cowboys?
Well,
Or
I
was
think
it
they
the
yeah,
Dallas-
no, there's cow-
It was
I
the
think-
Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
But there were actual
No,
cowboys.
there was
Actual cowboys.
lassos.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
walk
well, I
past
don't
us.
know them
Lassos.
personally, but you said to me on Thursday to bring along a
I
cowboy
did tell you.
hat.
Did you bring one?
Well, I couldn't find one of my own, but I've got you something.
It's very,
Oh
it's
my
very pretty.
God, what have you got?
This is for you, for the thing. It's my sister. She had a Barbie party.
Oh my God, I love it.
I know. Do you want to wear it?
Go on then.
There you
It's
go.
so
I love that
cute.
you even remembered that.
I know, I was
didn't. I
walking around
forgot to
the
dress
house.
up and everything.
And my sister had a Barbie party, and don't know, was there a
How
cow?
old's your sister?
She is 4 years younger than me, which makes her
Even
17.
younger.
Even younger.
Someone else
Younger.
born in the 2000s.
Yes, another one.
So wait, she would have been born in what?
2006.
Oh, literally.
But
I
look
can't
at you
cope.
with the 2006 hat on now.
Here I am, guys.
So I saw that and I
Sexy
thought, I
girl,
thought of you.
same thing. Yeah.
All right, we'll keep that on. I
Yeah.
did feel bad that
Just
I
I
didn't
saw the
dress up.
Cowboys. This is the time to get
Thank
the hat
you.
on.
Thank you very much for this gift. I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm right out there with all of them. I should just go up and be a cheerleader. shouldn't I?
Absolutely.
We are going
That's
to
what
start
you
talking
can
about
do.
this
Work for
momentarily.
later.
Yeah, exactly. Richard said, could someone on the panel please explain how the starting grid has Leclerc, Norris and Hamilton after yesterday's sprint?
Well,
Oh.
explain how it happened.
Yes.
Well, they qualified on Friday.
Sprint is
Truthfully, they
completely
qualified on
different.
Friday. But to be fair, it's a good point because the format is really confusing. It's changed from what it was last year. Some people are calling for a reverse grid in the future. But yeah, that was Friday night's qualifying. Just forget about yesterday. It's like a separate whole championship.
It's confusing.
It is, no.
It is
Don't blame
confusing.
Richard.
Because then you never know when the actual qualifying is, and then when the
To be fair, I mean, while we were out and about at the haunted house on Friday night,
Yeah.
I didn't realise that we were qualifying on Friday night, to be honest with you. So that was an interesting. I thought it was all being done on Saturday.
Yeah, it is confusing. So fair play,
Yeah,
Richard.
I'm not a fan of these sprint weekends.
Are you not?
No.
Fifth out of six.
I
Only one
used to like it when the sprint race meant something. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a pointless race now.
I
At least
agree.
have it have some meaning.
Last night was a bit of a procession. There was not. It was not the best.
Yeah.
thing
Wasn't
I've
the
ever
best
seen.
Great.
No.
I think we've had probably out of the six. I'd probably say we've had two, maybe one or two.
Qatar was good
entertaining
a
ones.
couple of weeks back, but
Yeah.
that's what I can really think
Overall,
of.
they're
maybe
not the best. Harry says, lovely to see James and Tara from yesterday. Tara? Actually, it was
Welcome
Tiara.
back, Tara.
Tiara.
Oh,
Welcome back,
tiara.
Tiara.
Oh, tiara. I like that one.
Tiara.
It's,
Good to see you,
it's Talia,
Tiara.
but we'll go with tiara.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty.
Tiara's sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
You've
Tiara.
got a tiara now.
Nice to see Abby as well, and lovely to see a new person as well. I think he's from like you.
Hello, new person.
Hello,
New
this
person's here.
New person's here. Nina Jade.
There we go. Sprint race is separate qualifying. They're all explaining this in the group. Austin has a lot of cattle farms. I think they're talking about
Oh.
Texas. And that's a lot of cowboys. I've been there once. The main attraction of the summer is to the Bat Watch. Apparently it's a bat-friendly
Bat
city.
Watch?
It's a bat-friendly city with lots of bats.
Good
That's
back.
interesting.
I assume,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's Austin in Texas.
Educating on On-Track GP this Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we discuss this?
Oh, go on then.
I'm a bit scared.
My hip's still put out from yesterday.
What did you have to do yesterday?
The worm.
Oh, wow.
But you opted to do it. You were like, I
do you
want
wanna-
to do
you wanna see
it.
it live?
I mean, go on
Or
then.
should we save it for later?
I mean, you can.
You
but
wanna
gotta
go do it
in the
now?
cowboy
I
hat
was
if you're
going to
doing
get out of the
it.
way. Shall I do it now?
Go on.
But you have what
You
with
got-
the
you got
cowboy
the
hat.
cowboy
You have to
hat.
put-
That's where the cowboy hat and
100%,
worm.
because we're gonna need
Be
to clip
lucky
that.
it stays on. This is worm. I've got to come up with something new.
It's amazing you'd even do it. It's no easy feat.
Thank you very much.
This is definitely something he wanted to pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
I
the
don't
fact
do
that
it
he's
I don't do
opted
that
to
after
do
a
it.
couple of Beveraginos on a night out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh wow.
not
It's like
the floor shaking.
it's like a salmon.
What?
It's like a salmon.
Oh, sexy
Really?
salmon.
Yeah, like
Oh right, a fish.
a fish.
It's giving fish.
Oh, yeah, no, I know what salmon
Yeah,
is.
Giving fish.
No. The worm that you're doing is giving fish more than worm.
It's giving
Merman.
fish more
Yeah.
than worm.
Yeah.
Worms like.
Oh, there you
To
go.
be
Yeah.
fair, why is it a worm? Because worms actually
Worms don't do
They go
that.
like that.
It should be from now
Called the
on.
fish.
the
salmon.
fish.
So we might see that later.
So we might see that. So
We'll pull the
basically,
salmon out.
anyone get the salmon. Anyone that has obviously been with us before the last few weeks, this is our Wheel of Doom. And essentially, we will be writing on the whiteboards to see how close we get to the pits. So we're
Yes.
going to be lenient today. It's going to be within a second.
Oh, great.
So if the pit time is 2.2, then as long as you are 2.3 or you're 2.1, you don't have to do that.
Okay, cool.
But if you're out, then you do have to spin, and then you will
Sure.
have to do push-ups, sing, dance, beatbox like I did last
yeah, I was going
time.
to talk about that. Yeah.
And I think that's all of them. Is the worm actually on here? Or was
No,
that?
but that was my,
comes
that's
up
my
and
dance
dance.
move.
Oh, dance.
Or
There we go.
dance meets push-up.
Dance meets push-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I will come up with something different if I get a dance.
So
today.
basically, that's what we're doing.
Nice.
Right. So before we start, we're about 5 minutes out. I want you guys to all write down your top three for the day.
I'll let you
I'm
go
going to
first.
do it too as well. Top three for the day. Thank you very much. Top three for the day. And let's do
go first?
driver of the day
You sure?
Yeah.
as well.
And driver of the day.
Driver of the day.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Lance Stroll.
Fernando
Let's
Alonso.
see. Have my predictions changed since the other day?
So wait, we've got, who is it?
So
It's
Leclerc on
Leclerc,
Leclerc,
Lando,
Norris,
and then Lewis.
Lewis, and then it's the Ferrari again. And then who's fifth again?
I will tell you. Bear with.
How do you spell
Hamilton.
You can put Lewis. Just to run through the grid, it's Charles, Lando, Lewis, Sainz, Russell, Max, Gasly, Ocon, Perez, Piastri, Tsunoda, Zhou, Bottas, Danny Rick, Alex Albon, Logan Sargent, and then the two Astons and Hasses.
I mean, this is terrible. I'm writing an essay. I do apologise.
It's okay. I feel like I might, you're like looking over at your
Oh, yeah,
partners
yeah,
at
I
like
do that.
school.
Here's true fact for you. I did Spanish GCSE, right?
Yeah.
And
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, literally, he's just left school.
last Tuesday, I think it was last Tuesday. And the girl I was sitting next to was actually Spanish, so I just looked over and copied all because it was the listen on ABC. Yeah, it's good stuff, though, when it got big.
This is hard,
They do seat you quite
I wanna
closely
put
in
Max,
school,
but-
quite close to the person next to you, because
yeah.
you
A good friend of
can't
mine-
do that.
Good friend of mine, Georgina, was sitting to the left of me, so I'll go like A and then give it a little tilt to the left.
Guys, also please do send in what you think is going to happen today. I keep changing mine.
I'm struggling with my driver of the day because that's a hard one to predict.
Yes, because it could be, say, like Alonso starting at the back and
And then
could
coming
finish
through
top.
to like fifth.
Maybe I'll just do that then.
And then last-
I'm not entirely comfortable.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty.
Who's going to be my driver of the day?
This is it. This is the hard one.
Oh, of course. Also, I thought that said dad, but it's DOD.
Oh, I've just done the exact same thing.
I was going to do that. Then I rubbed it out because I was like driver of the
I've
day.
just done
so I was
the
like,
same
the
thing. The Dodd.
Who's your dog?
Guys in the chat, let us
Who's
know
your
who your
Dodd?
Dodd is.
Doddy.
I was gonna say it out loud and then I stopped
Not while
myself.
drinking water. That could have been a bad
I stopped myself.
I'm going to
You can go
put
like-
my driver
Yeah.
of the
No, you
day.
can go very many ways with that.
Yeah. Right.
The
Driver
dog.
of the day. Have you all picked your driver of the day?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I'm ready-
really
I'm ready to
struggling.
go.
God. Okay. Lord.
There aren't any lords in
I
today's
was going to say, it'd
race.
be impressive if
The Lord himself.
Lord
Okay,
of the
I'm
day.
going to
The
go.
Lord
Better if
is.
we turn up on the track, that would be actually, wouldn't it? That would be amazing.
Okay. I've just got a
Okay.
random.
Right, are we all ready on 3?
Yeah.
Are we just turning on
Oh,
three?
right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Nobody
let's go
can
first.
see anyone's.
Okay,
So
let's talk about yours, Nina Jane.
Right.
Lovely
Let's.
handwriting.
So I reckon Max is going to come pretty quickly through the grid. He's going to finish first,
Wow.
unfortunately. Lando, I reckon, is feeling kind of spicy today. I reckon he can get P2. And Charles, I put him P3 because he's starting first. So if he ends any lower than P3, I'll be incredibly upset. Driver of the day, I think Lando. I think he's going to have a good race.
Nice.
I like that a lot. Let's talk about yours.
So I've
Tiara?
done Lando first because I think he's really hungry and I like that tiara. Yes, I heard that. I think he's really hungry for it and I want to see him win a race. I obviously was thinking about Max, but I think for once I just wanted to keep him out of it.
I get it. I did struggle
I
with
wanted
that.
to keep him out
I
of
did
it.
struggle with that as well.
But yeah, I put Charles second, even though I feel like it might be one less, but I'm a hopeful Ferrari fan. And then I went with Lewis because, yeah, I reckon he'll stay up there. And I think Carlos might put up a good race today.
okay, what
So-
do you reckon? No, I like your board. I like your board.
What about it?
I like the drivers.
Oh, thank
I
you.
like what we've got there. Norris, Hamilton,
so
Max.
Norris obviously hasn't won. With Piastri winning a race in the last weekend, I think he needs to do it soon, and this might be his best chance from P2. I think the McLaren's a better race car than the Ferrari. Hamilton, I think he'll get P2. He's looked amazing this weekend. And Max will get on the podium, but listen, he's not up for it, look at him. And driver of the day, Albon. I can see him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming from P15.
I can see him getting like an 8. Well, I've actually put 5th there, haven't I? Which is a bit ambitious. But I think Albon will be up there. I think he's going to have a great race, and I don't know why, but he's my Dodd.
Okay, I like it.
Who's
I like
yours?
it. I've gone a bit biased. I've gone Max, and I do believe that Max will get through the grid. I think we've seen, whenever we have
he can
seen
do
it.
it, yeah.
I've
He
gone
will.
Lando, and the one thing actually that I'm unsure about is actually Lewis. I haven't watched too much of what's happened this weekend,
Yeah.
so I'm taking taking your word for it that he's had a good one, but I will stick with what I've got. Drive the day, Piastri. He's currently P10. I think he's going to end up around P4 or 5.
Good call, that, to be fair.
Coilin, what have you got for us?
Good afternoon, everybody. So just a couple of updates before we start going racing. As you mentioned, the 2 Astons and Haas cars are starting at the back of the grid. Alonso's actually decided to go back to his old or prior Aston spec, Aston Martin. And Stroll very weirdly went to the grid even though he's starting in the pit lane, so he's been noted for that. Potential penalty may be coming up for him. The 2 Haas cars as well, just trying to get the setup right with that, all the new upgrades they have. And something to note at the start of this race is the fact that the race will be starting earlier than yesterday's sprint, and it's actually a lot hotter today, so the tyre degradation will be something to watch out for in the first couple of laps.
Okay, nice. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Right, so we're seeing them all moving and grooving.
I think I saw everyone on medium tyres there.
Yes.
Apart from 2.
Apart from, was it Hulkenberg and
Little
Stroll?
formation lap now.
On hard, I think.
Yeah, there were 2 towards the bottom.
I love a
it's hot
formation lap,
there.
by the way.
Do you?
So excited.
Really?
Do you? Does it get going?
Yeah, you see the corners and you're like, let's go. In a minute's time, we're going to be going much faster around here, baby.
In a minute's time, we'll probably have a red flag.
Yes, that is true.
No doubt. Obviously, you know, Lewis coming out after last time as well.
Yeah.
But I want to keep an eye on what's going to happen with George and Lewis today.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a race there today. I think Lewis will be much...
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's because they were close together last time is why it all went wrong.
I mean, they're not too far apart.
I've just read my predictions off. Why have I done that?
You have just done that, but it's okay. Luckily, we're on camera, so it has been
Roll the
documented.
tapes.
Also, just to remind everyone, we are going to be doing pit stops.
Yes.
So obviously, we'll have a while to do that. But when we do have them, you have to be within.
Watch the hat.
I know, watch the hat. Within a second.
Too excited.
I'm so excited for Texas. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Harry says, the Barbie hat suits me. Thank you very much.
Anthony Joshua is wishing Pierre Gasly good luck.
Oh, this is because...
Is he the investors?
He must be.
Yeah.
He must be one of the investors in Alpine.
Can you imagine that? Just sitting there and
can't
just
wait
like,
till
Anthony, hey, it's Anthony Joshua here, just good luck.
Here's what we're thinking.
Thanks, mate.
For God's sake.
You're distracting me, mate.
Out of my ear.
Yeah.
Juan Mata and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
It's like,
in
hey,
F1
how you
deal.
doing?
You're right.
You're right, mate. It's absolutely bizarre. I think we're going to see a whole new documentary when it comes to Alpine.
And I'd definitely watch it.
Oh yeah, I think we'll be watching it. But it is there. Is that Max right there?
It is.
Warming up.
He probably must be thinking, what's going on? Cars around me.
He probably is. Do you know what? I think he's done it for banter. He's probably like, I'm so used to racing on my own. It's quite nice to get involved.
Have a bit of fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's probably timing himself. How quickly can he get to the front?
Oh yeah, he's probably giving
does
himself a
that,
mini
though.
prediction in his head.
Definitely.
What lap?
He's like, what lap can I do this in?
Yeah.
Actually, we should predict that.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and just looking at the last 2 winners, it has been Max in 2022, 2021. Before that was Bottas, before COVID, Raikkonen, and I think it was Hamilton maybe before that.
Yes.
It was. Wow, 432,000 people have attended the Texas Grand Prix this weekend. Absolutely insane.
They love it over in America.
I mean, they do, and that is because of Drive to Survive.
You're right.
400% it's gone up, the amount of people that are interested in Formula
400.
400%.
Oh, there's Anthony Joshua.
He's turned team principal.
I don't believe it.
See, this is what...
And there's Prince Harry making
Prince
an
Harry.
appearance.
He's at Mercedes.
Prince, I mean, he's technically not a prince anymore.
Sorry, it's Harry.
Just Harry.
Really?
I mean, I think he
I think
is by
he's a
blood.
prince,
He's
yeah,
still
by
prince.
blood.
But I think, you know, he's
Either
not
way,
actually a
he's in
royal.
charge of Mercedes today.
He's in charge of Mercedes today. So let's
Hey,
do it
he's
that
got a
way.
job
if,
at least.
if your strategy goes wrong, you know who to blame.
Yeah, a bit of fun.
Which is what the royal family tend to do anyway.
I feel like Charles could have backed the pack up a bit better.
Yeah, no.
He's going to be waiting there for a little while.
Classic Ferrari.
Jeez.
Classic Ferrari,
Classic
not thinking
Ferrari.
their strategy
So,
through.
well, what are these people, eh?
Are you two feeling confident? Because obviously we've just seen your predictions and
Yeah.
it didn't look it.
I'm
Yes.
trying to manage expectations
Okay.
for my own self.
Oh, God, I'm excited. Here we go. Turn 1, we're going to get a yellow flag.
Defo.
These cars are still coming.
Of turn 1, Charles is going to get overtaken, but I'm not saying that
It's
out
weird
loud.
seeing the grid so empty as well, isn't
P2
it?
historically overtakes
Huh?
P1.
Weird seeing the grid so
with
empty,
this
isn't it?
track.
We're going to see,
Yeah,
especially
you're right.
when the
Here we
DRS
go.
comes in. Okay, and we are lights out
Oh, no, that's a poor start from Leclerc.
Lando got a great start.
Lando's...
Oh,
Yeah, he's got
he's bunching.
Lando's... Oh, my God,
Lando
Leclerc's had an
has
absolute
got
mare.
through.
Sainz on the inside, though,
See?
into
There's
P3.
something going on there with Max.
Who's
on
that?
the inside
That's
as well.
Lando at the front.
That's Lando
That is
and
Lando
the
leading
two
the
Ferraris.
race.
The two Ferraris behind.
I saw something at the back. I don't
I think
know.
it was a lock-up. From who, I couldn't tell you.
Sainz had a great start there, but Hamilton's coming straight back at him.
Yep.
And then,
And
is that
the-
Piastri already up to like 5th or something?
Yeah, I think it is. Where did you say he
good
started?
dod.
Good.
Lando's
Tenth.
already
Started on
building
10th.
away.
Dodd.
Guys, Lando is building a gap.
Come on.
Go on, Lando.
I'd like Lando to win this one.
I do.
Or
I think
movement
that's
here.
a spot.
Is that Russell? No, that's an Aston. That can't be an Aston Martin.
Okay,
that
we
far
need to
forward.
get an
That's a
idea of what's
Mercedes.
going
Here
on.
we go.
So it
Far
is,
back.
it is Lando as the race
And he's
leader.
out of DRS just to
He
mention.
is.
Already?
He is. Leclerc and Sainz make up second and third. Hamilton drops down a place to fourth. Verstappen is up a place to fifth.
What
Piastri
start?
moves up four.
Oh,
Great
the Ferraris!
for him. Oh,
They race each
don't
other.
They honestly, these two.
They need,
They
someone
race
just needs to tell them
each
what to do
other.
it because they can't do,
do
it
they
themselves.
need to do that right now?
No.
So,
They don't need to swap now,
on
but
lap
they're
one.
pushing
Lewis,
each other off.
to be fair, is on it.
Yeah, Lewis is on it, but Max
So well, then,
is-
and then the
Max is
Ferraris then need to
on
find
it.
a strategy to keep Lewis back.
Because the more they're fighting here, the
Verstappen
further
has
Norris
the
is pulling
inside
away.
as well. Right, so Piastri is up to P6, Ocon 7th, George Russell has dropped down to 8th, Perez still stays in 9th, Gasly 10th, Zhou Guanyu, Tsunoda, Danny Ricciardo up 1, Alex Albon is P14, Bottas, Magnussen, Logan Sargent, and then
Fernando
Alonso,
Yep.
Hulkenberg and Stroll at the back. Kevin Magnussen, who started on the pit lane, he is out of that foursome. He is
Already ahead.
He is ahead.
Is this Leclerc pulling away from Sainz a little bit now? They might have.
Yes. Science is trying to defend Lewis.
And it's
Yeah.
a really good start from Piastri. That's a good call for driver of the day, by the way. That's 10th to 6th within a couple of
I
corners.
really rate Oscar Piastri.
Oh, it's
So do I.
Massively rate him. And
Look at, sorry,
I
quickly.
have a big soft spot for McLaren. What can I say?
Norris is already
2
two ahead.
seconds before
Big.
the DRS is even open.
His start was
but then you
fantastic.
just got to wait and see what happens with Max.
It's true.
So there's a sparkle in your eye.
Do you know what? It's one of those things where you've seen it time and time again. I would have no issue today, by the way, if Lando won the race.
Yeah.
If it was.
There's nothing on it. Really.
There's
It's been
nothing
a
on
bit
it.
rubbery,
We're done.
yeah.
Like it's it's over. So it doesn't matter to me. But even still, even if it was still that he needed to win like another race, I wouldn't ever mind if it's a McLaren. To be fair.
I just think Norris might not have a better chance, certainly this season.
Oh
in
no,
the cars
this is
that-
his moment.
It has to be. Is this Ocon? No, Russell on Ocon?
This is Russell on
No,
Ocon,
he's pulled out a little. Oh no, he's gone down the inside.
Oh,
and there is Checo right behind as
tries to do the
well.
old switcheroo, didn't work.
Oh, little switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
Bottas is down
Danny
one.
Rick is P13, so
yeah.
he's made
Super news
a
for
tiny bit of movement.
Yeah.
Everyone is on medium tyres except for Hulkenberg and Lance Stroll.
Do you think Stroll's going to stay bottom of the grid?
Yes.
I think,
That was quick.
look,
Yes.
this
Okay.
is Logan Sargent's home race, right? So
He can't.
he's currently P17, so this is a good day already for Logan Sargent. But again, he's not going to want to finish bottom of the grid
No.
today.
I think I just saw Ocon on the radio saying he had damage, side pod
Yes.
damage. I'm not sure how or why that's happened. But that means for me, Russell's going to get him pretty soon, and here he comes.
Yeah, it won't be long, will it?
No, it won't be long at all.
Russell's
means
not
we could
looking
have a
very
first.
racy though compared to Lewis.
No, I have no defence for him. Normally I do.
Yeah, we're like looking at you,
This
you're
week.
just like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
That's
no.
a big drop down for Russell as well.
It is, yeah.
Oh look,
ninth
it's early
still,
on
yeah.
in the race.
Yeah.
It is early
Well,
on
some race, isn't it? Yeah. But Hamilton's keeping Verstappen at bay for now.
for now.
It's nice to see that fastest lap from Lando. He's not hanging
Loving
around.
the livery.
Yeah, he's pushing. He wants to build that gap quickly.
He does.
He wants to win that race so badly.
Yeah.
He's going to give it, I mean, they obviously give it the all every race, but he is going to give
Everything.
everything.
I think with Lando, they must think back to, was it Monza when Danny Rick won
Yeah.
from McLaren a couple of years ago, and not stopping the cars. I get why, but that felt like an opportunity then for Lando. This might be his best one since. I think Russell's got past Ocon.
And they've
Yeah.
had such a great season.
Oh,
Oh,
What's going on
if
with
that's
that?
Verstappen's car, this could be
Little
controversial.
front wing
Is that
there.
Perez?
I think it probably is Checo.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that looks.
It is tight.
to
Perez ahead of
be-
Ocon. Ocon's in trouble.
Yeah, that looks to be
Yeah.
Checo.
Anthony Joshua, what's he going to do now? Is he going to call him in?
Coilin, what's going on in the grid?
Yeah, so Ocon might be looking a bit slow at the minute because he's reporting his side pod damage. He made contact with Oscar Piastri in turn 1, and I'm not sure if we caught it, but George Russell has been noted by the stewards for leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Oh, George.
when he was overtaking.
Looks to be a little penalty coming his way.
He did that yesterday
DRS.
as well.
Are we open for DRS?
Tell
Gasly
Esteban
says
not to make me.
lose time.
Oh, bit of swap. Anthony Joshua's first big call here.
First
on
big
lap 4. What's he going to do with his car?
What's he going to
As
do?
team principal. There is a small gap now between Sainz and Hamilton.
Yeah, he's catching him and he's in DRS range as well. Lewis will get in there.
Look at Carlos. He is fighting that.
Fighting.
Like,
I also feel
really fighting.
Hamilton's got a really good race car. He's want to get in front of these Ferraris because I think they'll drop off maybe towards
He's
the
losing
end.
time by
No,
being
don't say
behind
that.
them.
No, can't we?
Don't say that.
Well, look, this is something that can benefit Max, to be honest with you, as well, because while those two are busy fighting,
Yeah.
it leaves the door wide open for Max,
Yeah.
especially with DRS on the way.
But Lando Norris will be absolutely loving this because
Oh, yeah.
fight behind me. He's pulling that gap now, 2.3.
Yeah.
He's got the fastest lap. He needs to have. He just needs to go for it now and then.
What is a
defend for his life.
realistic gap, though, that the
Oh, here he
McLarens...
goes.
Here is
There we
Lewis.
There we
on
go.
Sainz.
Lewis
He's taken him.
and
Light
Sainz,
work.
It was easy.
and then it will be even
Nice.
easier for
I've thumped my
Max.
chest like that before.
Yeah.
Come on, Lewis.
You
Come
gonna fight
through
back?
after
You gonna
that.
fight back?
Oh, go on,
Come
Sainz.
He
on.
is going to fight. He'll fight the rest of the race.
It's sweet, though.
It's like me at traffic lights, and
Yeah.
like an Audi pulls up next to me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, I'm going to beat you no matter what. I'm going to pull out Buzz.
I haven't got the car.
Danny Rick's gone up one.
Danny Rick is moving up.
Oh my goodness gracious, Sonoda's in 10th.
Oh my God, he's peaked.
Right, this is the race
Absolutely.
start.
Race start replay.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened
Charles
to
Leclerc,
Charles?
he didn't get a fast enough
He got an
start.
awful start.
Awful start. The Mercedes was right there.
But look at Hamilton going in for Norris, and he's pushed Sainz tight into that first corner. He's
Yeah.
pinched him, but it's actually worked in Sainz's favour.
Yeah.
It did, and then Max was trying to go round the outside.
It's such a weird first turn.
Very
Not that you
weird.
see a lot in these other races. Like, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's an argument to say you've got an advantage starting a little bit further back sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
we love it.
Oh, they love that.
I love watching like the mechanics as well, how
Yeah.
emotionally involved they get.
I mean,
I'm like,
it's literally like your life. You're like embedded in it.
I think people forget it's a team sport sometimes as well. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Well, there's a whole team behind you, yeah.
absolutely. That's good from Sainz, to be
By
fair.
the way, it feels like we are in Texas.
It does,
because
hot,
it's
innit?
boiling in here.
Very warm in here.
It's
It's so hot. Let's see what you guys were predicting. Harry says, I'm going to say Max, Lewis and Leclerc. Driver of the day, he mentioned also Piastri. Richard Townsend said, shame, the one lone American driver, Logan Sargent, is starting last. Where do you think he'll finish? He's not last.
It's not last for now.
He's not last at the moment.
Lance Stroll's all over him for that.
What is going on over here? This is a
Restart
replay.
start.
We came all the way off.
Well,
Yeah.
but this is Matt's. I don't think he gained an advantage to
I
be
don't think there was
honest.
any advantage of that,
No.
to be fair.
But this is what I said before. He just needs to stay out of trouble. I think
Max,
this might be Max on
that's
the
Max.
inside of
on
Sainz.
signs.
Oh, that was desperate.
Well, do you know what we might see today? It's a nice little battle going on between Max and Lewis, which we haven't had in a very long
Which
time.
it's lovely to see because they're they're next to each other now, aren't
We
they?
might see a little bit of play fighting there.
I'm not sure what
these two.
Sainz is dropping down quicker than I thought he would. I thought the mediums. No. I thought I'd expect the Ferrari to drop off, just not lap 5.
Yeah, but when you've got Verstappen behind you.
It's,
And I appreciate that, but that Hamilton's come through as well now, hasn't he? 'Cause Sainz got such a good start.
They've got an upgrade this weekend, haven't they? For the Mercedes.
It's true. It is true.
Make
going
sure you
on?
do smash that like button, guys. Please make sure you do that. Harry also said Anthony Joshua, Rory McIlroy, Trent Alexander-Arnold are all investors, along with who else did we mention the other day? One Matter,
Yeah, what's that about?
and then 2 NFL players. I think it was as well.
It'd be good to see a different one at each race, wouldn't it?
It would be
Just
good.
giving them
Yeah.
a couple of laps.
Yeah.
A bit like when James Corden did it with McLaren last year in Miami.
Yeah.
For like a session, he became
It's
their
quite
person.
difficult though with the NFL players because it's NFL on the
This
weekends.
is true. This is true.
But I'm sure we will see them during the off season as
Yeah.
well before
It's a good battle here.
more
This
at the
is-
start of next season.
This
as
is
well.
Hamilton on Leclerc already.
Yeah, here you go.
Lewis, it's going to be
I'm
good.
stressed, guys.
I think we're going to have a British winner today. I don't think it could be Norris or Hamilton. I'm not sure yet, but
I think Max is coming.
I think
Do you?
Max-
He's just saving his tyres right now. There's no need for him to.
He
fight.
literally-
He's got
He's got
50 laps.
50
Yeah,
laps.
Yeah.
there's no need for him to go aggressive so early
No.
on. He's being smart.
but Max normally likes to get it done early. We've seen that,
does.
hasn't he?
He does.
Maybe
He's
he's
won
made
it
a sensible
now,
mistake.
you know.
Here we
Well,
go.
I think he's waiting to see. So let's let Hamilton go in front of Charles,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
he's
then
not even tried.
Verstappen to go in front of Charles is light
Yeah,
work,
he's just
and then
gonna
he'll
follow him
battle with
through.
them too. Exactly.
Lewis
Little
Hamilton
DRS
is
train.
looking good this weekend. Really, really good.
Gosh,
But
that was
3.4
too
Norris
easy.
has got that gap already. How far do we think the gap needs to be, though? What's your question?
For
Norris,
for
on the
Norris.
rest of the pack before Max gets
I think it needs to
A
be a
lot bigger
lot
than
more
that.
than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I think
it
Lewis
does.
would hunt that down. Wouldn't take him long.
I think it needs to be 7,
Yeah.
8.
It's hard when you're talking about gaps at the front now because we've seen Max Verstappen doing 15, 20 seconds just like there's no
Precisely.
tomorrow.
Well, exactly.
Like, yeah.
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 So we lose maybe like what's realistic, but I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
you
been a good
just
start.
watch
Norris will
him.
be happy.
I think
Really
a realistic gap for a McLaren is probably about 5. I'm so hot.
No, it's good.
This for a
You use the
moment.
hat.
I just
Use
need
the
to
hat.
utilise this before I die. I think a realistic gap is probably about 6 seconds.
Yeah,
6,
okay,
7
nice.
at a push.
7 laps in though. This is a lot of movement already. Piastri should be happy with 6th, I reckon. Oh my God, I've just seen that Stroll is now 18th and not last. This is incredible.
no, Ocon's just been told to retire the car.
Oh dear, not a good day for Alpine and Anthony Joshua.
He'll be gutted.
As
That must feel
team
like losing in like, I don't know,
Not
fifth
Anthony
round.
Joshua.
Not Anthony Joshua being
Yeah, that's
team
like a knockout,
principal.
really, isn't
Wasted
it?
flight to Texas for him.
It is. But he still has got Pierre Gasly in the race.
Oh,
That was a
it was
complete
Leclerc.
hit. That must have been Piastri.
Must have been.
But I'm surprised Piastri's not having any damage or any
issue?
reports of it for
He's
now.
lucky.
Well,
That's
that's
a
kind
real
of is.
shame.
It's for now.
Oh.
Sometimes
That's
it
a shame.
pops up.
What? That must be like the worst way to get out of a race as well. You're just like twisted in your car by the mechanics,
Or
put away in your garage.
I think the cruelest one was George Russell. I can't remember what
Oh,
race
at
it
Singapore.
was. Was that Singapore?
Oh, that's hard.
I mean, to be
Oh.
fair, I actually don't like Singapore as a track.
Neither do I.
really don't like it at all. And it's a bit of an uncomfortable watch, Singapore, but the way in which that he had to he went out of that race was so heartbreaking.
Because he tried to give everything to.
He did, and he did give it everything.
He gave me too much.
Well, we're
think
talking
that's
about,
the
and
problem.
I don't know if today will be a similar thing, because Verstappen, as you say, is running fourth and hunting down Leclerc, but all the drivers knew this might be the only chance to win a race this year, so George was going for it.
Yes.
But he just showed a bit of naivety, didn't he? And
He did.
Maybe his age and experience that he just forgot to turn.
Too much too soon.
Yeah. No, it was the
Too
easy
much
thing. It was
too
like he put his foot down and went, oh, I've beaten him. Oh, God, there's a wall. It was a little bit like that, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Charles.
No matter how good Max drives today, they will not give Max driver of the day. It's not for him. Sorry. Salim also says driver of the day will be Max. We've had some shouts for Lando today. Only 16 cars on the grid today. No, we're all back out. It was
We're all in
it
now.
was pit
Well,
lane.
19.
Ocon retiring. Big up on track GP says OBTOE.
Stuff.
And Stinky says this on track GP has great panel. What good people. Thanks, guys. Make sure you smash the
Change
like
your username.
button.
It's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah,
What's
Stinky.
that
I
about?
didn't even read the end of it.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't read the end of it.
Is this an Aston Martin making an overtake? It's Fernando.
It's
Fernando Alonso.
Fernando
So, see what happens when he's
Alonso.
taking the upgrades off. He's become a race engineer himself.
Maybe I'll sing a bit of ABBA if I get,
Bit of ABBA.
you know,
Fernando.
Fernando. Can you hear the drums?
So we did there.
Fernando.
You like it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
either that or I love Fernando. Don't take me out. So.
Oh, the I love Fernando.
I'm surprised you're old enough to remember
No,
it.
I
to be
know. I do
honest.
know. Take me out. That's a good show. That.
You must have been like 10.
Single man, reveal
Reveal
yourself.
yourself.
We used to do that at school. With like, and also, have you seen people do it on like South
Or would you come down like a...
You know when you have a toilet on the train, bang the button.
Single man reveal. What would your song be to come down to and take me out?
boom.
3,
Mysterious
2.
girl.
Nice. I
Just do a
like
couple of body
it.
rolls.
Yep.
Bang.
What
Yeah.
would yours be, Tiara?
What would... I was going to ask what your outfit would be. Because you know,
Probably this.
sometimes people like spice it up a bit.
true.
Yeah.
No,
do.
I would go maybe a velvet jacket.
Oh,
Oh, velvet jacket.
No, all the lights go off. and
yeah,
they came
literally.
out.
That was so harsh, wasn't it? I wish
Yeah.
I'd bring it back. It was
Yeah,
so good.
great show.
That was the worst part. As soon as the person would come down and then it'd be like, right, go. And
A
then
lot.
like all the lights would go off.
Yeah. That's worse than Bristol.
And then you'd be stuck with one person. You'd just have to pick them.
That would be literally, yeah, that's the thing. You
Got
have to
free
just go
holiday.
out
You
with that
had
person.
to
It's
take
like,
that
oh, great,
person.
I'm so buzzing, yeah. And they go, who was your type? And it's like, not you.
But I've gone to the Isle of
I'm going on to that. I always wanted to go to that. Do you know where the Isle of Fernando was?
No, where's that?
Mallorca.
Stop
Is it?
It was
That's what
Mallorca.
it was giving, though.
It was
Do you know what I
giving
mean?
Tenerife
I
slash
thought it was a made up
Mallorca.
place. I thought it was like a parking
No.
lot.
I'm pretty
It
sure
was
it
like-
actually might
What,
have
the
even
sea
been
was
Tenerife.
made up?
Yeah, it was a studio.
Yes, it was a little Spanishy island.
Nice.
Checo was on the radio saying, little bit of a telltale there, saying that George Russell keeps going off.
We just focus on himself, Checo. He's certainly not in a position to tell people how to drive, is he?
Yes.
I
he's
love
not.
when they all prod each other and it's like they, you know, oh, this one's doing
I
this
do
and
too.
this
I
one's
like
doing
it.
that.
It was really interesting because we had Tom
Max
on the
is
show
closing in now.
last night,
Yeah.
who's a driver himself, and he was saying sometimes you just got to focus on yourself. And it's a real skill to be not just focusing on your own race, but talking about other people as well. And that's why these F1 drivers
Yeah.
are so good.
Yeah.
I've seen them come out in interviews and saying, "Oh, I saw that overtake on the TV." I was like, "How did you see
Yeah,
that?"
they're
Driving
watching the
like 100
screen.
I know, incredible. They're spectators, some of them,
So
While
fun.
they're going round.
while they're going around. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Max had no one in front of him in a 30-second gap, so he
Yeah.
could have done
Yeah.
whatever. He could have watched the whole race.
Yeah, he could
to
have
be
done.
fair.
It's true. Oh.
Lando is still setting the fastest time. There's a gap of around about 3 seconds between him and Lewis in second. Leclerc is a second off of Hamilton, but Max is very much closing in.
It's in DRS, isn't it?
To
Yeah.
DRS.
See, Alonso's just had another warning third warning.
Is somebody given a penalty? or
About
not?
track limits.
Oh, right.
If he goes off again, I think he gets a penalty.
Oh, I think we're going to see lots of penalties today.
Yeah.
They made the line thicker. I don't know what turn it was. I want to say 19. I might have totally made that up. But they made it a thicker line to try and help them with track limits. But I don't know how painting the line thicker really helps because it was on the inside.
Because that makes it thinner.
Well, I don't know.
If
But I
it's
felt like
thicker.
they called them out.
No, but
there.
then that makes the track.
We've got
Oh,
Pit.
we've got Pit. We've missed this
Thinner.
one.
No, it's not in yet.
All right, go on then.
Shall I
Get
do
your
it?
board.
I'm going to say it is going to be 3.2.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess? We
Uh,
won't do
do
the
one at a
boards on this
time.
one.
3.1.
Well,
3.1.
but you're
Oh, it's already gone.
we'll let that one go
That's a
because we
slow
didn't do it in
start.
time. That was
Oh,
very
that
slow.
was
You're
very
lucky
close.
we're letting that go.
We are thinking.
Of
Plan
A.
A. What could Plan A be?
I love when they do that.
Probably a 1-stop. Or maybe a 2. No, 2-stop.
I think they should come up with more inventive coding than Plan A, Plan B.
Yeah.
Just let's go Armageddon. And
Like
then they
just a different
yeah,
code word.
definitely.
What,
Just exciting.
what would your code word be?
Can you imagine?
Mysterious Girl.
You're really vibing that one, aren't
It's
you?
only because Jack, it's his favourite song from last night.
Yeah, he sang it.
Oh, sorry,
It
I
would be
think
good.
Gazzy's just
Yeah.
got ahead of Piastri there. Piastri's dropped to P9.
Ooh.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, you're dodged!
Oh no.
Oh no!
No!
He's having a
Slow
nap.
wind down.
Sid, this looks like we
Do you
could
think this
be
is
in
Plan
for
A?
a time.
No,
This definitely wasn't in the plan.
This wasn't Plan Z, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Plan Z.
Well, they seem to be struggling.
Come on, Oscar.
No,
Tiny
it's
shorts going on here, but yeah. It could be that damage.
Recharge on and no fuel pedal. We need a big
That
lift. We'll
he
have
had
to
with
retire the
Piastri.
car!
Oh my Christ.
No, Oscar, no.
Oh.
Well,
So maybe there was a problem
there was
from that
but it
initial
comes
hit
out
with
further
Ocon.
later. He's still going down.
But Ricciardo's now in the points.
Every
Come on,
time.
Daddy.
Fernando's up to 14.
And that means Logan Sargent is P15 at his home race. This is huge. I feel
Are these people coming
absolutely
to box?
gutted.
Oh my
Box,
goodness.
Loads
box.
of them.
Stop, stop.
Loads of them.
I'm going to say
Why?
I'll pick
I don't
Albon
know.
and
Why are we boxing?
3.4.
No, we have to pick one of them.
I'll do
Right.
Albon.
One.
It's
Okay,
chaos.
let's go for Bottas.
Bottas 3.4.
Oh,
Yeah.
my finger's still on
Oh, he's done it. He's gone. No.
Look.
You said
Oh.
3.4.
Yes,
You
I'm
were-
fine.
you were bang
I'm a
on.
second in.
What was it? 3.1?
I
Yes.
did get a 3.5.
Should we get the next one ready?
Yes, we're
To
going to
write
have
for
to.
whoever it
Oh,
is.
hold on, I got this right.
Well, we just have to
Yeah.
guess a time.
No, we all got
Just
right.
guess a time.
We'll
Yeah,
just guess a
let's
time for
guess a
whoever's
time.
the next
Right,
to come into
okay.
the pits.
Okay.
Yeah,
good plan.
we have.
Just not Piastri, who's going to be there now. For
Oh, I'm
the next hour
absolutely
and a half.
gutted for Oscar Piastri.
Wait, there goes your Dodd.
I
There
know,
goes your
Dodd is out.
What a way to go.
No.
He hasn't had the best.
Oh,
Oh, Max
gosh.
on the Ferrari.
Max, come Max.
Oh.
I don't want to
Oh.
watch.
Right.
No,
Oh.
no. He's pushed Leclerc off. He's
But did he
conceded.
though?
Did
Yeah, no,
he?
did.
Did he?
Yeah,
Did he? Did he?
Did he?
He's. Oh, I'm not sure it's
Come
happening.
on,
'Cause I
Max,
thought he was
go
letting
on.
Leclerc.
I love that
Back
livery.
through,
It's
but he
so
wasn't.
nice.
Yeah.
That
Well, they
livery is
haven't told him
Oh,
yet.
have a look at that.
beautiful.
Leclerc's not giving up though.
Oh,
Look at
I
this.
love this. The fighting spirit,
This
guys.
is nice. We
And
need
here
a
comes the
long
other
straight
Ferrari
He's
now.
going for it though.
He's got DRS.
Don Charles.
Oh,
Right
no.
now, Max, we need a
Stay in
big,
the DRS.
We need a long straight.
They need to
come
look
out
at
now.
that because I think he
I'd
pushed
love
him
to
off.
see a replay, like a aerial view.
Can we get an aerial view?
Can we get that helicopter?
Yeah, can we get that view in?
Oh dear. Well, Max Verstappen can now see Lewis
He
Hamilton,
definitely
can't he?
went off the track.
Yeah.
Did he gain in advance? Well, they're saying yeah.
Session is 9 out of 10.
Right. Oh, all right.
We'll have to let him
Let's
back
not
through.
look up
We'll
here.
have to do it, otherwise he'll get a penalty.
I need to see a replay.
They're
There we
obviously.
go.
Let's
There
have
it is.
another look.
They haven't gone helicopter, but let's have a look.
Oh no.
They answered your prayers. Here's the replay.
Has
And
He had the right to
pushed
go
oh,
him
for
here he
it.
goes.
Ooh.
Hit.
Was he?
I don't think that's pushing him off.
no. Oh
But
no.
That
That's
kind of
classic
is.
Verstappen. That's
That
I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
is.
but I just understood out.
He even kind of like jolts into him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
He
the
issue.
wheel-
changes the wheel
the
as he
wheel.
comes around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the only thing Charles can do is go straight off.
Yeah. Otherwise they'll.
Otherwise they would just hit each other.
And he made a big point of it as well, didn't he, Charles? He did go give it a big.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
but you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like when
He
a
still did
footballer goes
DRS,
down.
but he's got to let him in. Okay, I think we're coming into pit window.
We
so
are going into pit
have you done yours?
window.
No, because
Okay.
I don't.
The next driver is going to be.
Oh wow,
Oh, we're
we
doing
just
the- okay.
we just kind of mysteriously it's going to be this one and it's going to be that
Surely
time.
not.
I think, well, look, usually we see the pit.
No, he's already gone with the
He's
time.
got- right, okay, you keep your time.
You
We'll-
keep
we'll,
your
we'll,
time.
We'll wait and see
And
how
you
this
know
goes.
And what driver is it going to be?
Just whoever next in it.
God, who do you
I
think it's
assume
going to
they
be?
are speaking to
I
the
think they'll-
FIA.
Yeah, surely. I've not seen team radio from Charles though.
No, there wasn't any complaint from Charles. No team radio.
They'll be flagging it. That's their favourite word in Ferrari.
They'll be flagging it.
Here we go. Perez on the radio.
Checo. I mean, I don't know how many times already he went off the track and has already had 5 seconds.
They're going back.
They're deleting track time.
That's Russell,
for
I
him.
believe.
That is definitely on Russell.
I think
Hamilton's
Perez should
got
just
fun.
focus
Honestly,
on
they're
overtaking
all
him
they're
and-
all so
Yeah.
funny.
Hamilton
they
set
are.
fastest lap. They're all big babies.
They are. It's like
Grow
watching
up.
kids at school.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, he picked on me.
Yeah, literally. It's exactly like that. But this is what gives them fun, I guess, when they're going around a circuit for 56 times.
Yeah.
They've got to keep it
They're like,
entertaining.
oh, who can I pick on right now?
Yeah.
To be fair, Verstappen or Leclerc, I've not seen any radio about that illegal potential overtake. So
No, we haven't heard
maybe it was
anything.
fine.
And Coilin has not said either way
That's
either.
why we need to see an aerial view. To see what really went.
I don't think
Helicopter
he
shot
pushed
out.
him.
I
think
love
it's
this view when you
always-
see inside their helmet.
I
actually
don't think he
it was
pushed
alright,
him.
and I would say.
I think they've just had a hammer time to Lewis's ear there.
Oh really?
It's been a while since we've heard that.
Well, yeah, he hasn't been in that position.
No.
Oh,
He's closing down to Norris though quite quickly. Oh my God, Logan Sargent, he's going to make an overtake.
Come on,
Chasing
don't-
Magnussen.
Has he got it in him?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Wow.
Oh, come on!
Come on.
Don't go
he's
too deep!
charged.
Don't go too deep! Oh!
Oh, he's absolutely
absolutely bottled
pulled out
that.
that.
He
What a
bottled
bottle
it, he
job!
bottled it, he bottled it.
Oh, do you know what?
No.
For a
Come
minute
on,
then, I
Logan.
thought he might
Home
be able to
race.
drive, and then I realised, no,
gosh.
you're still rubbish.
Oh, James.
Oh, come on! He did the
I'm
hard
not
bit.
being
and
funny.
thought-
It's Kevin Magnussen. Come on, you can overtake Kevin
It's
Magnussen.
absolutely. There are so many people who want to be a Formula One driver and have the ability to, and you can't complete an overtake like
Just
that.
putting a shout out at the moment to the two Alpha Tauris who are sitting 9th and 10th.
Oh my goodness, he's going again though, Sergeant here, by the way. Go on. Oh, he can't.
Oh,
finish.
and
Didn't
well,
this
to
one,
be
didn't
fair, both the Aston Martins have both climbed up as well.
They have massively
Yeah.
climbed
This is
up.
Even Stroll.
Let's see if they can battle
he? Come
at
on,
this
Logan.
point. Checo is P7, Russell also P6. We haven't seen much
Oh,
movement.
here we go. Here's Sergeant.
Is he doing it?
He's
Go
doing
on.
it.
Helicopter
He's done
shot.
it. He's done
Yeah.
it.
It's easy bet.
Oh,
Madison
yeah,
will
he's
come
done
back
it.
in.
Around the outside as well. Well done.
Oh God, he can't even complete the corner. Nah, that might be his highlight of the season. Is that a fair comment?
I think
Moving
so.
18th
I think
to
so.
17th?
Overtake on Kevin Magnussen.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
Logan.
That will definitely be in the
The
car.
crowd roar their approval. Good stuff.
Love it. We love to see it.
Right.
South London's Finest says, guys, did you see Hamilton's comments about this year being boring and how the engagement in F1 has dramatically dropped with Red Bull winning? Now, to me, that just sounds like someone that's salty.
It's a bit sour grapes, that, isn't it, really?
Lots of sour grapes.
Who do they support?
Yeah.
Lots of sour grapes.
I think, to be
so-
fair, I don't think he can say that, though.
He
I
can't.
think we can say it, or anyone who's not actually in the sport.
Yes.
It would be
But
it
he
would be
can't
less
say it.
boring, Lewis, if you were, you know.
If you
Lewis
had a
can't
different
say
car.
that. Mercedes can't say
No,
that.
I
We
just-
suffered 7 years.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, no, it's true.
And
no,
that
it's
is
true.
that is the thing, you know, you've got another car now that is extremely dominant and they've worked to get to that place. But
Yeah.
at the same time, they have dropped off massively. They went in a different direction with the car
Absolutely.
and persisted with that direction of the car, even when it clearly wasn't working.
And one thing I disagree with Lewis on that point is it's actually been a really exciting season if you took out Max Verstappen and Red Bull. We knew Max was going to win every race. But if you're looking at fighting for the podium and those, Aston
Second and third
Martin,
spots,
now
yeah.
McLaren,
Yeah.
I think it's otherwise been a really
Danny
good
Rick's
season.
come back. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want? What
We've
more
got
do you want?
Vegas in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've got Vegas in a few weeks' time. Hemel says, big up to Abby and Talia. Come on Fulham tomorrow against Spurs. Wow, why did I read that out? Why did I read that out? Okay.
Cool. You'll be
Right,
fine, you'll be
noted.
fine.
I won't be reading out another one of yours. Richard Louis said, do you think the teams are catching up Red Bull's car performance? No, not particularly.
No.
Anyone think that they are?
A little bit, but I just think maybe Red Bull's focus is already next year. They
I
wrap this
think-
year
I think
up.
they're
Yeah,
off
they're-
the gas
they're
now.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're
But
gone.
they don't need to risk and potentially have a crash and lose more money.
Everything's done.
Right,
Yeah.
cool.
Coilin, what's going on?
So our old two-worded friend is back. Track limits seems to be a problem here yet again. Numerous drivers up and down the grid have been warned about it. Russell's been warned, Alonso's been warned. But just speaking about Fernando Alonso, I just want to grab your attention and point out that he's just outside the top 10, bearing in mind he's after
Fair play.
starting. He started in the pit lane, of course, and he's actually lapping at the same times as the front runners at the minute.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Should we also be giving praise to Lance Stroll on that
Absolutely.
as well?
He's right behind him.
Yeah, for sure.
We do love to criticise him.
Yeah, fair enough. For now, it'll be in a wall in about 10 minutes' time, but it's all right so far.
Gosh.
He might not be in the
No,
wall.
that's not fair. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Hamilton's really closing in on Norris now.
What's the gap now? 2 seconds?
It's 2 seconds, but it's just every... I can see that Lando's really pushing, and we're already 15 laps in. This could be... When the last time Hamilton won would have been that season in Singapore.
Singapore.
2021.
Yeah, 2021.
That's crazy, isn't it, really?
That's
Prince
he
Harry,
lost.
can't bear it.
There's
Can't
Harold.
bear it.
Prince Harry, Duke,
Duke
of
of
Sussex.
Got no nails
Do they
left.
call him Prince?
They did call him
Yes.
Prince.
Yeah, that's the one.
They did call him Prince.
That's the one.
Yeah, that is who he is.
By
Just-
law,
just
by
in
case
blood,
you
he
weren't
is
sure.
Prince.
Is
My
that
blood,
one?
yes.
Oh, see, Norris is under pressure now because he's making little errors coming off the track. I'm not coming off the track. But you know
Also,
what I mean.
he's probably pushing his tyres really hard.
Deg on that is going to be
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and it's hot, guys.
Norris hasn't pitted, neither has Hamilton, but I think
What
he'll
is
be
the
there
plan
soon.
here? Is it? Are we waiting for? Do you think Norris is waiting for Hamilton to pit and see what he's doing, or
I don't.
Bianca, who's that?
She is an
She's
just
F1
joined.
Academy
Yes.
yes,
driver.
she's just joined. She's also very
She's
beautiful.
also stunning.
Stunning.
What in the world?
Honestly, how are you blessed with that as well?
She also looks very much like Lando Norris's ex.
Yes, she does.
Oh, yeah. And she's in the McLaren garage.
Oh,
She has just
mad.
joined. Right. Oh,
Lando,
Norris is-
I don't know what's going on at turns 8 and 9, but I'm struggling a lot with the balance. He said that, okay, we're on it. We're on it.
Good team.
Good.
We're on it.
He's feeling the heat from
Yeah.
Hamilton, and he'll know
Yeah.
that Hamilton has the experience. He's been in this situation so many times. Norris hasn't led many races in his career, although he's had a
The
great
last
F1 career.
race that, well, no, he has. He's read at some point. He read
Yes, he's led at some point.
Silverstone, he was leading.
He was for a little bit,
Yes.
but he's
That
not
was
had the experience
short-lived,
in these
but-
situations, obviously, that Lewis Hamilton has. So
Yes.
he'll be feeling the heat for sure.
He has cut the time down to about 1 second, 1.9.
What's Sergio doing?
Started
He-
ninth, now
Lord
at 7th.
We know what he does, Perez. He comes up through the grid, little bit by
He's
little
also
bit.
complaining about George Russell a lot.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself, mate.
He will. Well, he needs to start.
He's
overtaking.
bored. He's bored.
He
Bored?
needs to close that
He's
gap.
got things to
Who
do.
knows? Try and
Lando
avoid-
trying to avoid the curb through there.
The
The wind is
wind.
inconsistent, which might mean that might be what you're feeling.
Is avoiding the curb not a basic of driving, though?
You'd
Yeah.
think so.
I'm no expert, but
I mean, when you're out on the roads, do you try to go in
well,
the curb?
I aim to avoid it, and if I do hit it, it tends to slow me down.
Yes.
Here we go. We've got a box situation.
Oh, got a box situation. Is it
Right.
Max?
It's a Red Bull for sure.
It is.
I think it's Checo.
It's going to be...
Hey, do you want the pen?
No, it is
or are you
Max.
keeping
I'm-
it?
Is
It
it
is
Max?
Max.
I'm taking
Okay.
this.
Right, ready?
Let's go
Here we go. I've got mine down.
Done.
Done.
Ready? Oh, it's slow.
No, that's
Oh,
all
was
right.
it slow?
Oh,
Oh.
2.2,
2.7.
2.7. Right, okay.
Have I got to do a forfeit?
You do.
Is that?
So what's the,
I'm
how
11
far are we
11
doing
Well, to be
out.
now?
fair,
Got
we
one
were doing
out.
it. We were doing it a second out.
So I'm 0.9. So I'm okay.
But I think
No.
you
That was a pretty big...
Oh, all right. Okay.
3.4.
What did you go for? 2. Okay, that's fine.
2.7.
2.2.
All right. So maybe I should.
2. I think it's
Maybe
only.
'cause I was in the
think it's only
threes.
right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was right.
I think it's only
do you want
right.
to spin it for
Well
him?
done, Max.
Go on then. Let's give it a little spin.
And he came out
Beatbox.
in 29.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a new
no,
one.
No. Beatbox.
Beatbox.
A lot of traffic there.
Max is P9.
I
Can't wait to
used
see
do
how quickly he gets
Is
through.
it like boots and cats? In that, so when do I do it? Just now?
Yeah.
Or just at any
Drop a
point
beat.
during the...
Three.
No, no.
2,
The
1.
stage is yours. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Right. Wow.
That was very good.
So
good.
good. You have a
That was
talent.
It's like I've been practicing.
You
No, I
definitely.
haven't.
You have been,
It's
haven't
just
you?
natural, guys. It's just
On the way here, you're
Definitely.
practicing.
Carl,
Like,
like-
just in case I get.
Lando's going
beatboxing.
into the pits.
Lando,
Okay,
are we going again?
Lando,
Yeah.
go again.
You wrote down.
Where's
I'll
the
do
pen?
mine
Oh,
in
it's
my
here.
head, but I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'll do mine in my head then.
I'll
Oh,
just tell you.
and Ferrari.
Box
Science.
signs.
7.
Okay, let's go, Lando.
Okay.
Paris is coming in as well. It's all going on, isn't it? Lap 18.
Oh yeah, you did
Okay,
say yours
ready?
out loud.
3, 2...
Oh,
Oh.
2.6, 2.7.
I said
2.9, he did say
2.7.
2.7.
Okay, all right, we're good on
Okay.
that one.
Okay,
this
science.
one else?
So we're doing
Science. I think I
God.
might have missed that one.
Should we go Paris then?
We'll go Perez.
Oh,
Okay.
God, Perez. Okay, that's fine.
2.1.
Perez, 2.7, 2.6.
2.8.
I said
2.1
2.1.
on the
but I'm
money.
still
He
in.
did, and he
All right,
whispers
okay.
them to me
We're all good for now.
Don't get too
because we have one
Danny
pen.
Rick's in 7th. I know it's because of pit stop, so this is exciting.
This is very exciting. Yuki has gone.
Oh, a Ferrari's
and
come out and he's challenging
pitted.
someone straight out the pits there.
Fernando's in points.
He's got a pit in a minute.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, there's a proper battle going on here.
Oh, is that Alonso?
It's an Aston Martin and a Ferrari. This is great.
That is
racing.
Alonso and Sainz.
Lovely. The
So
two
Science got out in
Spaniards.
front.
Yes.
Fair play.
Nice little battle there.
Charles Leclerc second.
Well, let's not get
Yeah,
excited.
for
Okay,
now.
and we need
Hamilton
to,
obviously
let's
leading
get
the race, worth
excited.
saying that.
yeah. Do we think they're going to
Live
do
in
two?
hope.
That we
We
think we're
do.
going to do two
A
pits
two-stop.
today, 2 stops today.
I think.
Team radio.
22
Yeah.
seconds between Max and Lewis, who leads the race. Max obviously just pitted. Lewis has not pitted yet. We have seen Max have a
It's going to be
20
tight because obviously it's 20
second.
seconds you lose roughly
Yeah.
in a pit stop.
We've seen Max have a 20-second
Oh, here we
gap
go.
before.
This could be a move. Who's this? This is
Wait, Hamilton hasn't pitted yet.
Hamilton
No.
has
No,
not.
He'll probably go in now, though.
Verstappen just got told on team radio that he could be on a one-stop. Hamilton could be on a one-stop.
That is Perez and
Perez
Lance
glides.
Stroll.
Elias past
Nice
Stroll.
of you to put an overtake at some point.
Yeah. Good work, Lance.
Well done.
Gave it a go, didn't he?
Get
He
it
did.
done.
He
So
did.
who hasn't pitted then? Hamilton.
Hamilton
Leclerc,
has
Russell.
not pitted. Leclerc, Russell, Gasly we haven't seen pit.
No.
Danny Rick hasn't pitted.
Definitely
No.
Sainz
Piastri,
hasn't
no.
pitted.
He just
No, I
did.
think
Oh,
he
sorry, he
did,
just
so-
did.
Alonso hasn't.
Yeah,
Danny
he
Rick.
did.
Alonso has not.
Stroll hasn't.
Stroll has not, and then the back of the grid.
Yeah.
I think.
Ricardo.
I think
Oh, hello. Fastest lap is that
Max,
Max.
obviously.
How boring.
See, now this is when it gets fun.
And Danny Rick's in 7th.
Okay, so at the moment we're seeing Verstappen,
Gasly's
Danny
spinning
Rick
out
up
of
to
the pit, we missed
6th
that.
then. Okay, Gasly has just pitted.
So they want
Lewis, do
Hamilton
you think you have
5
another
more
lap
laps.
on this tyre? So they are talking and asking if he has another
5
laps,
laps.
on
They're
these
trying to stretch out
tyres.
his stint so he can do a one-stop and secure the win.
But Lewis isn't sure. He doesn't
Lewis
know if
is
he
never
has it in.
sure.
Lewis is never sure.
But he says this all the time, and he
He's
still manages
such
to
a
find it.
moaner.
Such a moaner.
He is. He's good.
Um,
He's good, though, isn't he?
I still don't think, even if they did a 1, I still don't believe Max would not win this race.
Wow, that's.
I'd
I
be very
don't see
surprised.
Lewis winning it though for some reason.
Because do you know what the problem is? Because once Max gets in front, and if
He stays in front.
he stays
He's down
in
the
front.
road, mate.
It's no issue for
See
him
ya.
to get past
Yeah.
Leclerc. Let's be honest.
And once
so
he's there, that's
there's no
probably
stopping
done.
him.
And Max doesn't make errors really.
And no,
does he, to be
and
fair?
Max
No.
also doesn't really need to pit again. If he doesn't
George is on
want
the radio. We can't hear.
to. We can't
But he's
hear
on-
him,
but
but
he is
George
on the
is on the
radio.
radio. That must be also discussing potential pits.
Yeah.
So Norris has gone onto the hard tyre. So that's staying to the end.
That is stay till the end. Max
Stroll's on them as well.
medium.
Oh wait, he started on them, didn't he? Stroll and Hulkenberg started on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going double hard. Well, no, you have to do. You
You're
have
gonna
to
have to pit
operate
at some
two
point.
Yeah.
different tyre compounds, don't you? So
Yes.
he'll have to come back in.
19
Oh, that's a lock up
laps.
from Lewis. Yeah, he needs to change. He's struggling now.
I don't know if one stop's possible for him, guys.
Well, the problem is the lock up here. Now that gap is 20 to Verstappen, and obviously Verstappen's close in that 20.
Okay, Max is setting fastest lap times all over the game.
It's fine, it's easy. And Alonso is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone into pit.
We've gone into pit.
Do we need to write it down?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on, we'll do a quick
Okay.
one. Alonso.
I think it's going to be slow.
I kind of regret what I've just written down, to be fair.
I'm scared.
Please don't be scared. I just beatboxed. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
It's a bit slow that.
Oh, it's
Oh,
slow,
ready?
isn't it?
Go.
2, 1.
Stupid. Wow,
3.1.
So we're all within
we're all
range.
good. We're just amazing at
Just
this,
all
really.
amazing. So good.
Lovely.
That was slow though.
Sorry. You have the-
That
Look,
was
on the other
slow.
side.
You have it.
That's true.
Coilin, tell us what's happening on track.
Yeah, so something interesting to know is if you look at 4th and 5th, Norris and Verstappen, Norris has gone on to the hard tyres at that pit stop, but Verstappen's gone for another 7 mediums. So what that means is, of course, you have to use 2 tyre compounds during the race, and Verstappen will most definitely have to pit again. Whereas Norris might be a bit early, but he can try at least to go to the end on the hards.
Okay, Hamilton says Verstappen is now inside our pit
No.
window. No, man, I'm struggling out here.
Aw.
It's alright, I'll find a way. I can't see Norris being able to do 36 laps?
No
on a
way.
hard-
There's no way. It's
No
too.
way.
The track is too hot.
And
that's
the-
clearly
the
what
dead
they've
on
gone
it.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Lewis, box,
Alright,
box, box.
in.
God.
Okay.
This is going to be rapid.
Well, I hope.
The anticipation.
Oh my god. Oh no, it's not good.
I don't think it was too
It
bad.
didn't feel fantastic.
Oh no!
I think all of us.
I've gone full Gary Neville there.
2.5, 2.5, 2.3, 2.7. Okay,
And look at Verstappen gliding past Hamilton.
Max is like, bye!
Mercedes have got that wrong, I'm afraid. So that can
Oh, they
compromise
yeah.
messed up
they've got that
royally.
No!
Sainz is setting fastest lap time though.
Yay!
Were we all wrong on that?
We were all wrong.
So what are we
So
doing?
we'll do a
was the
joint one.
You were the closest. We can do a joint one. Ready?
Yeah.
I just can't do push-ups, guys.
Oh my god.
I have no body strength.
Five
No!
Well, we
push-ups.
can't because there's 4 of us.
All right. Well, we'll spin it again.
We'll have to do that again.
Oh, no, sing.
We can do a nice little ensemble number.
Did we?
I'll take the bass
All
line.
right. What are we singing?
I don't know what we're singing. What's everyone's? Bit of North London forever.
We tried to get the one out yesterday.
Obviously, Chelsea don't have any.
Chelsea,
songs, so-
Chelsea, Chelsea! I don't know.
Would you like to do Mysterious Girl?
No, I read that yesterday. What
Should we
about?
do
What's
Can
the
you hear the
classic?
drums, Fernando?
I don't know that.
What about
We
the
can
climb?
harmonise.
What about the climb? It's the climb.
Why? Because it's like Miley
Showing
Cyrus
your
in
age.
Texas.
Showing
Miley
your age.
Cyrus in Texas.
What about Party in the USA?
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
Go on.
Do
You know Party in the USA? You're old enough for that one.
Right, ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Start from the chorus.
Um,
5,
Put your hand.
5, 6, 7.
So put your hands
It's quite high, isn't it?
Fly
Fly
I'll
away.
do the action.
Well,
Not in my head like yeah.
Moving my hips like
So I put my hands up, the playing my song, the
Know
band
it's
of
gonna
flies.
be okay.
Yeah.
It's a party in the USA.
That was
That-
great, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still going. He's enjoying
It's
it.
a
Russell's
party
in the pit. Russell's in the
Russell on the
pit.
pit. Also, Lewis was moaning, saying that was a bad pit.
I thought you were going to say Lewis was saying it was bad at singing, which is true.
And that. Okay.
Oh,
2.8, 3. Oh, 3.
Oh.
2.9.
good.
All right, we're all good.
We're all good,
We're all good.
Next time it is going to be Miley
Mercedes
Cyrus's climb,
pits
though,
have
by the
not
way.
been that quick
No,
today.
they've not.
Because that's the emotional one, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It's very
that one.
emotional. I've probably
Yeah,
cried
yeah.
at it before.
It's a good one. Lando was actually singing that earlier this week.
Peter
in a
Kip
press
says the vibes are great. Thank you. We're
Thank
here
you.
for
They're
the
more than
vibes.
What do they want us to sing
yeah, that's a
if
good
we get
question.
one
I
next
don't know,
time?
For the love of music, says he loves Talia with some heart eyes. Her
Thanks.
name's Tiara. Eyes.
Tiara is great.
Mike White says Verstappen has made a decisive move. I think he'll be in front soon. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of time.
I think Mercedes got that wrong there with Lewis. They would try to hold him out too long, and then it was a slow stop, which I think we're going to see now. What happened?
It was just slow.
3.6.
really
Front-
slow.
front right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
The tyre.
Just couldn't come off.
And they've gone to hards
Couldn't get
again.
it
So
on
the fact that George and Lewis have gone to hards, and Lando's done it as well. I wonder if people do think a one-stop's realistic.
I think they're all
Maybe.
going to try. I
Feels
think
ambitious.
if you're on the same strategy as Max, what's the point? Because he's just going to overtake you.
you've got
Do you
to
know what I
do
mean? You've got to do
something
the
different,
opposite.
Well, I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
think we know
Ah,
that
Charles
Max,
is first.
we also know that Max equally does build up a gap, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where if he does get on the front.
Oh, George!
It's a nice move, aggressive but nice.
What was it? Oh, that.
We haven't seen this so-called penalty for Russell that Perez was talking about that he should be getting.
Well,
I
as
think
said,
he had a
yeah.
few.
Back
You need
limits.
to have a few warnings, and if you
Yes.
get warned again, then it's a penalty.
So maybe he's on his last
So,
kind of
yeah.
Last
I know
warning.
Alonso's on his last legs.
last chance saloon
Definitely.
for sure.
Zahir says, I worry for Perez and his mental state of mind. In my opinion, the team is seriously failing him big time.
See, guys.
They have designed
Yeah,
a
but
car for
that
Max
doesn't
to
mean
slow
you have to
down.
feel bad.
Designed it for the world champion.
And it's paid off for Red Bull, and they've won the constructors. So their focus as a team is to make sure they win that. Danny Rick's in the pits.
Danny Rick's in the pits.
Danny Rick's in the
I've
pits.
gone
What a
for-
phrase.
Slow one.
I've gone so ambitious as well. I thought if the crew are as slow as
Oh,
they
we
are
didn't
at
even see the
building a
time.
car,
Oh, do we not get?
We didn't even get the
Oh,
time.
no.
That's
Did he
probably-
come in and out?
she loves Formula One.
She loves
She
it.
loves
Loves
it.
Formula
What
One.
gave it away?
Don't we all?
Well, he's still
We're not
in the
going to see it,
pit.
which is probably quite
So,
good for me.
should
'cause
I rub it out then?
Yeah, well, you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in there.
Got away with that, haven't I? From 4.1.
Mike White says, back to Zahir, when I think of the paycheck that Perez receives, I often wish I had his problems.
Yeah.
Zahir says, Lewis is the master of tyre management.
This is true.
Stinky says, Verstappen is winning, trust me. Mike says, I think he made a great move there. He'll soon be up front.
Yeah.
It's all a game of chess, says Stinky. Richard says, Hamilton has already lost half a second on Leclerc as well. And Zahir says, you can have all the money in the world, back to Mike White. It could make and break a person. Sad to see downfall of a great driver and character. I wouldn't say it's a downfall.
No, I mean, money doesn't buy happiness.
No,
It
it
helps.
doesn't, but it definitely does help. And
It buys Formula One teams.
It
Oh,
does.
Leclerc in the pit.
Leclerc is
Well,
coming
Claire's
in.
gone to the
Oh,
pits.
God,
This
it's-
is the last one.
Go first.
Okay.
Come
alrighty.
on, don't
Ferrari.
ruin it.
7.9.
Ferrari.
No, I'm joking.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
joking.
don't. Right, I need to actually
Sorry, I
watch
took
this
that long there.
intently.
It's
Oh.
not great, but it's not
really
amazing.
average.
Oh,
Oh.
3.1. No. All right, not bad, guys.
Well done, guys, that was good.
Not bad.
We're safe now, for now. Norris was hunting down Leclerc anyway then.
Oh, could have been faster.
So here says prediction for today is
Oh, it's coming
Verstappen
sick.
at Norris and Hamilton. At the moment, Verstappen is up to second. Hamilton is a little way behind.
The problem is now
about
Norris.
5 seconds.
Norris is everyone's done their pit now, so we're kind of reset, so we know where we are. And Norris has only got a 2.5 second gap, which you'd probably be quite pleased with. The problem is that person behind him is Verstappen,
Yeah.
which he would not have wanted. And then 7 seconds down the road is Lewis. So they might be friends, Norris and Verstappen, but
Yeah.
it's about to be put under pressure. The friendship.
Fernando.
Defo.
Here's Fernando. Oscar move. Who's that on? Is that Russell?
I have absolutely no idea.
I tell you what, Fernando Alonso knows what he's talking about.
No, that's
Oh, that's an Alfa
Alfa
Romeo,
Romeo.
isn't it? Yeah.
You'd wonder why after doing this. For
No,
so
but what I
long.
mean is, I know he knows what he's talking about. So the team have bought this amazing upgrade package. It clearly hasn't worked, and he's gone. I'll tell you what. I'll go back to what I had a couple of weeks ago, and he's come from starting in the pits. He sits in 10th now. He's in the points.
But then I think that also comes from experience because he's
Yeah.
been on the track for so long. You
Absolutely.
know, he knows. Yeah, you're right. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He could go
Other
in-
drivers might still be a bit like, okay, I'll listen to you.
but he could maybe put himself. He could go into.
Adam Norris.
Adam Norris.
Lando's father.
That's my
Oh.
grandfather then, isn't it?
It would be your
That would make- that would
grandfather.
work out. Yeah, that's my.
You know,
grandfather.
it didn't really look like him.
Guys, can we just look at the fact that Sainz has jumped Leclerc in the pits because he pitted before?
Yeah,
Wow,
he has, and there is
that's a great
there's a
spot.
nice little gap going there. He's also setting the fastest
Yeah.
lap time. This
Yeah.
is, I think that Sainz. I know lots of people don't agree, but I think he's the more competent driver.
I think he's certainly shown that probably this
season,
year overall.
without a doubt.
It was all about Leclerc last year.
We
wasn't
always
it?
used to talk about, and even at the beginning of this season, we were talking a lot about the fact that he doesn't have that dog in him, like
Yeah.
that fight.
Yeah.
For another, can't think of another word to use, to be fair,
No.
without sounding like a meme. But he doesn't. Like, I think that's what we were talking about. And I think this season, as it's gone on, we've seen that fight and a lot more determination from him.
It's been a great season for Carlos, and I think it maybe will change when he got that win at Silverstone last year.
Yes,
Got the
for sure.
Singapore Grand Prix under his belt as well this year. So,
I haven't seen Leclerc do anything.
not really.
No, he's not had a great season.
I
But then,
mean,
do you think that's something mentally? Because I think there's something going on
Definitely.
in the back.
Definitely. I think he's too hard on himself.
I
Because
think
he's always, Leclerc's always the first to say, oh, it was terrible, it was really
Yeah.
bad. And it's like, okay, yeah, but don't be so hard on yourself.
absolutely. Oh, is this Norris locking up here? Yeah. See, he's feeling the heat of Max Verstappen. Let's have a look. Oh, Lando. Oh, yeah. I think Max will get him in the next 6-7 laps, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Which I'm gutted to say. Look, there he is. Hello.
yeah, he's like a
Hello.
lion prowling behind.
1.153 off him.
It's a long way to go for Lando.
Let's make a bet, shall we? What lap?
31.
Thirty.
We're on 25 now.
31?
31? I think we'll do him before then.
I'll go
30.
29.
Okay.
I
That's
love
in the
this
middle, nice.
livery. The livery is
I'll
so
do
nice.
20. What are we on?
Oh! Is that my Dodd, Alex Albon?
Alex
It won't be the other
Albon.
one.
That is Alex Albon.
What a Dodd.
What a
Where
dod.
did he start?
Danny
17th?
Rick. I hope he's in the pits.
He's
'cause
in 16th.
He's just dropped down 16th.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is a
He
pit
must be pitting, surely.
Oh, Daniel.
because
I thought they had all pitted, no?
I thought he'd also pitted.
Yeah, don't think anyone. He just pitted, didn't
In
he?
fact, this is... Are we watching Stroll here? And
Stroll,
Danny
yeah.
Rick, yeah. Not a great race for Haas down in 17th and 18th on their home Grand Prix.
What's going on with Haas? Like, seriously.
We haven't seen enough of Gunter this year. and I
We've,
think
we've
that's probably
barely
why.
seen Gunter this
Yeah.
year. Hamilton said we can use these tyres. Norris is pushing more.
I'm trying, mate.
And Max Lewis says, "I'm trying, mate."
Norris is really pushing it. The only thing that might save Lando, potentially, is the fact he's on a hard, if it can get to the end of the race. Verstappen's got to stop again on a medium. He has to stop.
Once Max gets in front, he's going to end up having probably a 15-second gap.
But he has to pit, and then that brings in the jeopardy of, it's unlikely that Red Bull get anything wrong, but Norris can stay on the track now to the end. It's all in his own hands, whereas
Yeah.
Verstappen has to stop because he hasn't used 2 different compounds.
This is
so
true.
So maybe that's what they're
That's the
going with.
McLaren
They know
fan
that.
within me hoping, I think, more than anything else, to be honest. But
Everyone likes a bit of hope.
yeah, but
Everyone
you're
likes a bit of
Ferrari
hope.
fan,
We
so
are on
Learn
lap
to live in hope.
26. Lap 26 of 56.
He's in DRS now, Max, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in DRS.
I love that camera angle, by the way, in the helmet.
So
It's
cool.
my favourite. I love
So
it.
cool.
So good.
But also, it makes you see how restricted it really is.
Yeah.
Like, there's a line
Can't see
right down the
anything.
middle.
Yeah.
Um,
But apparently the drivers can't see the line. Like, I've listened to a lot of their interviews. They don't see the line.
Well, that's like
the
you.
halo.
That's like you don't realise that you're always. You
have
can
a
always
nose.
see your nose.
Yeah,
you know, you can
true.
always see
Yeah.
your nose, but you don't realise you can always see your nose.
That's so
Someone
funny.
taught me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone taught you that?
They explained to me that you can always see your nose, but you don't realise that you can always see
Don't
your nose.
register it.
What
But
school
now,
did you go to? That's amazing.
I know, right?
I'm literally trying to look and see if I can.
Yeah,
see
me
it.
too.
And then
That's
once
it.
you're aware of it, you're like, oh wait a minute, every angle I can always see my
I can
nose.
see it now because I know. But if I forget, then I won't.
I'm going to practice that. I'll let you know next time I see you. Zahir says, question to the panel, predictions on the race results. Has your predictions changed at all? I mean, you
I'm
can't
keeping
change
mine.
them because they're locked in, but have they changed verbally?
But mine results
Not
are
yet.
impossible. Still, no,
I think
nobody's
nothing's
out.
impossible.
Nobody's out.
Nobody's out. But it's looking hard.
I'll stick with what it was and having Norris with the win. I think at the back of my head, I always thought Max would kind of get there, and we nearly tried it there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not got long before he
It'll be in a
tries.
couple of laps now. He's right on the back of. He's all over Lando's.
I
back.
love it. This is like when I love seeing Max because it's rare you actually get to see him overtake.
You've given me a hell of a gap
Lewis
to close.
is not happy.
Copy Lewis.
You've given me a hell of a gap to close. Copy, Lewis, to see what we can do. Why don't you just drive?
Why do all
Just
these?
try.
But
all these
why
world
have they
champions
given
throw their
him
points
the
out?
gap? Why have they given him the gap?
So what have they
He
done?
had
wrong
to
for him?
pick.
Where they pitted
Because
Yeah.
it was a
I do think
slow
Mercedes
pit.
have done him, not helped him at all.
Well, it was 3.1.
It was, but
we're not talking about a 4 point something.
no, you're right. But there was a time where it was 23 seconds between them, so he
Yes.
had the opportunity to pit, and
There
then he
was.
didn't.
However,
this is it here. This is what I hate about Formula One. You know, the inevitable overtake. It's just
Love it.
heartbreaking
I don't
to
think
watch.
he's got it on this one. No, he's too far back.
you'll get him.
No.
Maybe this lap at some
Unless
point.
he broke
He might
really
not.
late, it
Might
was
do a
not
corner.
getting it on that. I think Lando must have charged his battery.
This is going to be nice as well because obviously these two are so close in the friendship that it must be actually really fun to race your friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like when you go go-karting, isn't it? And it's like, nah, I want to get past you.
Maybe before the race, Lando was like, look, mate, when you start creeping up on me, just like let me have it for a bit.
Have it
Like,
for a
let
bit.
me have it for a
Then just
bit.
flash the lights when you're ready to
Please.
go. and
Yeah.
Like, when you're ready, you can do it.
Okay, 0.8, 0.7. He is closing in. He will get him at some
But to be
point.
fair, Lando is doing everything he can to hold on.
Absolutely. And he's
And-
driven really well today, Lando.
He has, and Max will be
DOD.
pushing here and using more of that medium tyre. So, you know, if Lando can look after his tyres, which he does a lot, and as is known to do deal with his tyres well.
RSA.
So, yeah, it's
I think he's
inevitable.
not on. Is he on this one?
Oh.
There we go. He's gone for it.
There
Oh,
we
and
go.
Lando's not
That was
fighting
very
it at all.
easy.
Oh, I love him.
He's got, I say he's not fighting it at all. Go on,
I
Lando!
think Max went a bit deep.
He did go a little bit.
Yeah, but he's
a
pulled
little
out
bit,
there.
of,
He's done what we call a Logan Sargent. He's bottled it.
oversteer,
But he
maybe.
still
Maybe.
needs to pit.
It's true. So Norris's
got
job
it.
now is to stay as close as he possibly can.
So and keep the pressure on Max.
Don't let Max go 20, 25 seconds
However,
ahead.
once that Red Bull pulls
Lando's not
away-
giving up, to be fair to him.
No, but once that Red Bull gets the opportunity on a straight to pull away.
No, you're right. You are
Yeah.
right.
Look, I don't mind if Lando does win this race either.
I've said it 3 times
Yeah.
now.
I'm saying.
Guys, she said it a few times. She doesn't
I
mind.
don't mind if he wins this race.
Here's
it would be
Lando.
nice. I don't know if he went off or not hard to see from my side.
don't.
Lando, just leave it. He
I
didn't.
don't think he
I
did.
didn't think he looked like he went off.
Lando, oh, here we go though.
All right. All right.
Also, they didn't penalise him for the first one, Max. So if
No,
he didn't go off
yeah.
on that, he definitely didn't go off on that.
I think, yeah, with Lando here, his job is just, if this gets to 20, 25 seconds, how long can you keep this interesting, Lando Norris? That's my question to him now.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have another
Nice
look.
little replay.
Norris doesn't really fight him. He doesn't go off anywhere, does he? No.
I think
No.
no. His wheels
If
were
that's
on the
what
line.
he's talking about, then
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It must be really hard when you know at the end of the day, Norris is such a talented driver, and I think he'll be a world champion one day. I
agree.
do think that. But when you know the car, what's the point of fighting it?
Him in a Red Bull,
It'd be amazing.
amazing. But wouldn't you just love to see Max and him together?
Do you
Oh, look,
think
there's
he
Oscar
could give Max
Piastri.
a run
I
for
do.
his
I
money?
genuinely think he's a good enough driver to give Max a run for his
I
money.
I
do,
would
but
love
I-
to see that.
I would, but
And a
they
battle
will be
between the
friends
two.
by the end of it.
No,
They'd be stone cold enemies.
it would be
It'd
like
be absolutely
it would be like
fantastic.
Mercedes when it
Like,
was
yeah,
was
Lewis
Hamilton
and
and
Rosberg.
Rosberg.
Yes, that's
But that's what we love.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
still
we
it's still
want.
amazing when
That
Nico comes
drama.
back and he works for Sky and Nico Rosberg comes back and he just hates Hamilton.
Yeah, he just hates him.
Can't even hide it. It's brilliant.
But it's funny because of how they were friends.
They were friends.
Yeah.
And then it was
Raced
like,
together,
we were never
yeah.
friends. We just knew each
Teammates.
other.
We're colleagues.
We just knew each other.
Frenemies.
Yeah.
Frenemies.
Sainz still holds that fastest lap. Fair play. You know, every cloud for Ferrari fan, right?
Yeah, every cloud. Zahir says Albon is the new Mr. Saturday. He's driving the wheels off that Williams.
He is. He's my.
Albon's having a great drive. Incident
a good
involving,
word.
I didn't actually read the end of that, Stroll. There's an incident with Stroll investigation. I didn't catch the whole thing. But something is going on with Lance Stroll, who is P12. Where is Alonso?
He is P10.
Thank you.
P10 as well.
P10. Coilin?
That incident that you're referring to, I believe, was between Stroll and Sergeant. Something to do with something happened at turn 12. I presume one driver was pushed off or something.
Okay.
A battle between Stroll and Sargent feels like a relegation battle on the last ever season.
Oh, it
when they're
does.
both down.
Love it.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
Try and show
you're
us
right.
something.
I do think we have to give him some credit today, Lance Stroll.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to give. I mean, both the
Oh,
Aston
we've
Martins.
got a pitting situation.
Are we?
We've got a pitting
Who's
situation.
pitting?
Albon,
Go
Albon!
on.
Okay.
Oh,
What's my dog doing?
What's my dog doing?
Let's go. It's gonna be slow.
Out of context, that's an interesting one, isn't it? What's my dog doing?
Yeah, if
Oh,
you just
wow,
joined
this
us, I
is
do
so
apologise.
slow.
Is he still in there? Oh, he's,
Oh, he's not retiring, is he?
Oh, God.
We couldn't have a double Dodge retirement.
I think it might be
3.4.
3.4.
Oh, nice.
It felt so long. 2.8, 3.9.
bang on.
Bang on.
So what does that mean?
We should really be
Do
giving
you win
points
something?
for
Yeah.
yeah,
might
a
take some
tiara.
Yeah.
sweets or something to
Oh,
praise
sweets
you
would have been good.
and reward you for
I've
it.
got some fruit pastels in the car.
Oh, I love fruit
They're in the
pastels.
car.
Underrated.
later if you fancy one. I've only got 3 left.
There
Depends on
is-
the colour.
The gap is slowly building, but it seems like he's
Yeah,
still
but-
putting the pressure
Well,
on.
Norris
Max
is still
at the
within
top.
DRS.
It's
and if
looking
you-
like Daniel Ricciardo
play.
is hunting down Hulkenberg, guys. Oh no, other way around.
Other way
Not me
around.
getting excited.
But still,
Other way around.
I like Hulkenberg.
Nico Hülkenberg.
So do I.
Hülkenberg. He's been very good in qualifying this
Oh,
year.
he's amazing. I don't know how
Very
he does
good.
it. He turns it on Saturday. It's incredible. I think
That's
he's going
pretty much where
to
the
he's going to get Danny
point.
Rick here
Nice.
with ease
That's
again. But you just get out of the way there.
He was having a
Sorry.
really
You
good
do
race.
you do
Yeah.
think that sometimes when you see a driver just pull away and it's like why did you just get out of the way? Why
Yeah.
did you let them go?
Maybe it's sometimes to try and get a good exit out of the next.
You do then
Yeah.
see them come round, yeah.
Set you up for the next corner, get good traction.
That's
come
kind
back
of
at them.
what Norris did just before, didn't he? You thought he was just letting Verstappen go through and then he came in.
It's important to mention that Norris, as I said, is still in DRS.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Like- still in
that's
DRS.
what, 2 laps now that he's held on. Oh, we're back with Norris.
What's he saying? Track limits for Stappen.
Oh,
second to last corner.
Lando, you
Lando,
baby.
Lando.
Oh, I love
Lando.
those. The tattletales.
I am actually enjoying this.
I know he's my friend and we're flying back on the private jet together, but like he's gone off twice now.
He's gone off twice now.
And he's just fallen outside that DRS, I believe.
Yeah, he has fallen
Oh, he's back in. It's tight. He's got to keep
Do
going.
you know what? Hats off for Lando for staying in that DRS for 2 laps.
And this is important because he's making Max use those medium tyres, which means
Making
they're
him
going
work
to
really
exactly.
hard.
give
Yeah.
up earlier, and he's on the hard. So maybe McLaren have got this spot on.
Yeah. Also, I know the dirty air is better this year, driving behind it, but you still get some complaints.
Yeah.
So you know what? He's doing really well.
This McLaren is a good car. It's
Yeah.
not,
It
and
is.
it's also not particularly suited to this track. So for Norris still to be in and around it, he's done it's really well, McLaren.
Yeah, it's an interesting, I guess, strategy from Red Bull because I'm not usually one to criticise them, but when you look behind, you've got Lando and Hamilton both on hards.
So they've gone opposite.
They have
Yeah.
gone the opposite, which is obviously tactical against a Red Bull. And just having a look at that, is he going to be able to build up enough of a gap? It's at the moment just over 1 second, but is he going to be able to build up enough of a gap and then pit in time and get himself back up?
It's quite arrogant from Red Bull.
I like it though. I feel like if anyone
Very
can do
Christian
it, it's
Horner.
It's
Max.
very
Oh,
Christian
it's very
Horner.
Christian Horner.
Oh, that man.
Him? Really?
It
Arrogant?
really is.
Here's an interesting fact about Christian Horner. I heard Jerry Halliwell Horner, his wife,
Yes.
Spice Girls.
Thank
Thank you
No,
for that.
just
Thank
the
you.
exact
Just
fans
in
out
case.
there.
on this planet knew
Just
who
in case.
Jerry
She
Halliwell
was on the radio this week advertising a book about princesses, right? Her book.
Yes.
And she said that Christian Horner read it twice because he loved it so much. Who's
That's
the
cute.
hard man now, Christian? There you go.
I love
That,
Christian
that
Horner.
sounds like something he would do though.
Definitely.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know,
He'd
he's won the World
read it to her.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's tucked
yeah.
up in bed.
Baby,
What
can I read
story?
you a story?
Yeah.
Oh, was in a replay of an OTT. Who
I
was that?
really love
That
him.
was easy.
I know. I think I'm like
Why?
one of the only people that do
Yeah,
love him.
You
Christian
are.
Horner.
I just love him. He's just so sassy, and like I think the years I loved him was when he was just going at Toto for everything.
I think he knows what
And he's
he's
like, I'm
doing.
going to call the FIA.
Yes.
I'm going to be on the phone.
Yeah,
to the
that
FIA.
was-
And
that was
immediately
great.
He's on the phone to race control, FIA,
Yeah.
everyone. Like, and Toto's just looking at him like, shut up. Like,
Shut up.
shut up. And I love how he's like that annoying little brother, and like now he's
Yes.
a more dominant brother.
Yeah.
And I just loved watching that play out.
He's done so well, though. You've got to give him credit. What he's done with the team.
Incredible what he's done.
Mercedes' dominance was incredible. It's unrivaled. And maybe Red Bull are now in that 6-7 years that they can do it as well.
I mean, we're forgetting where Red Bull were at the beginning of the hybrid era. They were nowhere.
And he's single-handedly,
He
maybe single-handedly,
rebuilt them. So you know what?
With a lot of money, but still.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
and some
Ferrari
good
has
foods
more,
to go
so
with
it's-
it.
And
you
so
know,
does Mercedes.
it's
So
how you use
that's
it.
the thing, exactly. It's what he's done in a relatively short amount of time in comparison to the others.
Nice feel like that.
Mike White says, okay, I think the race is over. Now it's game for second place. I don't think that we can rule this out yet.
It's still got to stop again.
There is still a stop. I mean, the gap is
Windows got very strong all of a
1.7.
sudden.
But again, he is going to have to stop. David says Hamilton can win. Zahir says second is definitely going to be tight. Lewis is the one to watch. He's doing so well.
Yeah.
He said he can even pull off a surprise. He's still producing decent lap times. And he says back to Mike, the race is still on. Definitely not over. Max has to
100%.
produce quali laps every lap.
And he has to-
Coilin?
yeah.
So some very good points being raised here on commentary that I'm listening to. We see Norris on the hard tyre. Obviously, the plan might have been originally to go to the end, and Hamilton too. But Hamilton's catching both the cars in the top two. So when Verstappen has to pit for the hards, possibly Norris and Hamilton might pit at the same time, but go to mediums and be quicker than them towards the end. So it's a very interesting strategy.
Interesting.
So
That'll be a good fight.
Will Max
Definitely.
have to go on to hards today, or is there an option for him to go on softs till the end?
more than likely, but given the degradation in the sprint race for Sainz yesterday, he'd have to get to maybe lap 40, lap 45 minimum to be in the range where the softs will stay competitive.
Are we going into a pit?
Going to pit.
Oh, who is it?
Oh, it's
Who?
on the pit
Pit lane?
exit. We've missed it.
Oh.
We have pit window shortly, right?
Yeah, we'll be coming up to it. That's a really interesting point. This is not over. This is
No,
far from
This
over.
is fun.
'cause
This has been a great race.
It's all on strategy here. And Max is not pulling to, I mean, I know it's early days, but to the 15, 20, 25 second mark. Because if he has to go to that hard, the soft would be catastrophic error, because we saw what happened to Sainz yesterday.
Yep.
This is not over. Lewis Hamilton is still, they're scratching their heads at Red Bull. They've gone, oh God, we got this wrong. Has Hannah Schmitz.
Hannah Schmitz, strategy engineer.
Yeah.
She's good, she is. Really.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be
She's
fair,
got a good track record, to be fair, Hannah. She has.
Yeah,
I
she's
like
good.
the pun. I didn't go unnoticed. Track records. I like it. Get
You
it?
definitely meant to
He
do
did not
that.
mean it.
Yeah,
I
he
did,
didn't mean
but
it,
do you
but I
mean?
liked it. Like it. A little bit of F1 banter. Track
To be fair,
record.
Verstappen's pulling away. Now he's on the radio. Mate,
These brakes
Oh.
are so shit compared to yesterday. What a piece of shit.
You and me, nope.
Understood.
Understood. What-
But is
wow.
he playing mind games or are the brakes?
They can all hear the radio, can't they?
Yes.
All teams can.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is so funny. Because
Wait, so every team can hear
Yeah,
it?
And
Let's
they
need
hear
to
more
put
than
Sky
us
Sports
as
on.
well.
it's so funny because imagine like if you're Max or if you're who was for example Perez when he was moaning before, right, about George Russell
Yeah.
with the braking. Imagine hearing he keeps going outside of track limits. Oh my God, this guy! Would you not just turn around if you're George Russell and be like,
Mate.
shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Well,
So the other drivers can
Oh,
hear
wait, no,
each
the
other?
drivers can't hear.
I
Oh,
think-
that's what I was
But
saying.
all
And
the
they all
teams
hear
can
each
hear.
other.
So all the teams can
Right,
hear each other,
yeah,
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Can all the
God,
drivers
could you
hear each other?
imagine?
Can you imagine they
That's
start
what we
talking
should
to
be
each other,
doing.
like back off,
Yeah,
like go
That's
away?
what needs to happen.
I have to say, if I was one of the engineers, if I was like Russell's engineer, I'd be such a bitch. I'd go, George, you are never going to guess what Checo's just said.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
like, how annoying is he? Hamilton saying Max is pulling away.
It's more like Norris
It's
is
like
coming for
Norris
you.
coming for you. Oh,
Max struggling with the brakes, though. We saw a lock up. I don't know what
Yes.
time it was into. So maybe he genuinely is struggling with these brakes. This is exciting. Oh,
It is
someone's
exciting.
in.
Oh,
It's a McLaren.
That
It's
is
Lando. Oh,
Lando.
he's gone early.
okay.
McLaren tend to be quick.
so they're now committing. Are they going to do it? It's just going to with
We're
one
going to
stop,
go
innit?
for it. That was
They're on
quick.
the hard.
2.6 I've gone
I
for.
went 7.
I went 7.
That was quick. They're going to give us the time?
So quick they forgot.
2!
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
Wow.
World record
That
holders
did look
McLaren.
quick, to be fair. It did look quick.
That was quick.
So Lando is now done to the end of the race, but he's stuck with a hard, which is really interesting because that's what Max has to go to. So there's
Yeah.
maybe not an advantage. Although,
No,
I don't
because
know.
Max's tyres are going to be brand new. So unless he builds, well,
Max is going to try and build this lead
yeah.
and then go
And come in towards the
I
end.
think can come
I
towards
don't
the
know
end.
what they're doing there, unless Lando. Well, it's hard again, so he can't be struggling.
Well, I guess
particularly
this
too much.
gives Lando the time to try and make himself get up the grid
Yeah, so that's interesting.
on older tyres.
Just a 23-second
It's
gap.
23 second gap, but Max has got to pit. So let's say at the moment it's 3.2.
So Norris needs to close that gap.
If he can get within
Yeah.
20 seconds,
Yeah, he
then
needs to get well
this is
within.
the plan. Within,
in
well,
order to
basically
have a
within-
chance.
He needs to make 4 seconds
However,
out.
can
Yeah.
Hulkenberg's in the pits.
I see Checo
Nico.
getting overtaken by
Oh, I
Lando?
forgot about
Yuki and
Checo.
Nice race so far.
Is Hulkenberg in the pits? Are we sure?
I
Is
just
he?
saw him in pit.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going
But
to see
we
the, lap,
haven't
the pit
seen
time.
him.
We'll have to wait until someone physically gets in the pit.
You went with 3.6,
we
that's
are
harsh.
35 out of 56 now. We're going to see a few more pits coming up.
We've got one right now. Who is that? Was that?
That must be
Max?
Max.
Oh my god, it's Super Max.
Okay, come on.
That's what you should sing, Supermax. Oh, it's
Here we
like
go. It's like.
Formula Drive
Oh,
5.
it's slow! It's really slow!
It's really slow. Oh, that's so slow for them. That's so slow.
I actually predicted it.
2.4.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
No, we're still.
No, you're not though.
Oh, you're.
What'd you
You were
get?
2.4 and you were 2.4. What did
Oh,
you
you're
get?
just
2.3.
in.
You're just.
Yeah, but it's 0.9 and I had to do beatboxing because of 0.9.
All right.
No, it's
No,
true.
what was it?
It was 3.3.
It's 3.3.
We were 2.4 and you were 2.3. No, everyone's in.
Everyone's in.
Yeah, but I was 0.9 in and you made me do beatboxing.
yours
Yeah,
was
but
like
we
dramatic.
changed the rules for this one.
Yours was dramatically off.
Oh, I
We
don't
changed the
like- I
rules. We
don't
also
like
missed
changing
about
rules.
3
Right.
more.
Oh, I like the
Okay,
FIA, you lot.
so this is interesting because now it is just on Lewis.
This is incredible.
Just on Lewis to stop. At the moment, we're going to see Checo at some point go and lead the race. And then it's a sandwich between Max and Leclerc.
That could be huge.
This is huge, and this is the strategy that they always love to do because try and put Checo there, and we've worked his way up the grid.
Yeah.
Hold it for a minute. Max will easily get past Leclerc at some point.
That's so huge for Lando Norris and McLaren because Verstappen had about a 3-4 second gap. This is the stop here.
This is probably the slowest pit I've seen them do the whole
It was like
time.
rear right? No, it wasn't. Rear left.
So
I'm sure it was.
slow.
Gosh, that
It was
was
really
slow
slow
for Red Bull.
But now Norris is only 1.3 seconds behind
That's
Verstappen live on the track. This is the real distance here now, and
But both on hard.
both on hard. So
Norris
that
isn't
it could be
overtaking him,
crucial.
no way.
It could be
No.
crucial, and I maybe gives Hamilton the advantage here because he's leading out,
Leclerc needs to pit. Lewis needs to pit.
and
Perez
they've got to be
needs
good
pit.
stops as well.
They've
Yeah.
got to be good, quick stops.
Oh, Max Verstappen. It's not even him. It's the T. Let him down a little bit there. It's not
I don't
like
think
terribly
that's too
bad
much
though.
of
Not
an
like a 6
issue.
or 7.
This is not as bad as Lewis's. It doesn't
No,
affect
no,
Max
no.
how that affected.
It felt
Lewis.
slower than 3.4, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it felt
like
like
5 seconds,
ages
is
that
that
did.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Hamilton, how long can he keep going on that hard tyre? Because they're going to make him try and extend the stint again,
They
aren't
are.
they? But yeah, Perez on the medium in second. Hello.
Has
Hello.
he's not pitted yet.
He hasn't pitted
No.
again.
Has he pitted at all?
He's pitted once.
Yeah,
Okay.
once.
Not again.
I mean, he could get away with one. I mean, if he can make those tyres last.
I don't know. Did he start on a medium? So he might. I don't.
Where
I'm
did
not
Pierre
sure.
He
Gasly
started
start?
on medium. Oh, he started.
Yeah,
He
he
must
needs
have.
to go again.
He must
So
have
he
pitted.
has to start. I don't know. We don't know with Checo. We're just surprised to see him so far up. Do you think we're going to get a yellow flag today?
I hope.
Or
not.
any
Safety
flag?
car? I mean, any
I
flag.
hope not.
You hope so?
I
Yes.
hope not.
Ooh.
Lewis to Max 15.
So that's a real advantage to Max Verstappen because Lewis has to stop and that'll take 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh dear, Lewis.
Oh dear. Yeah, Perez has stopped. I mean, if he can manage those, he doesn't have to stop.
Yeah, and Lewis,
Yeah.
as you say, doesn't have to stop at all. So,
Really good recovery drive again from Checo. I know he will have to obviously pit and we'll see what happens, but so far, very good recovery.
it's worth saying, Checo's got a lot of criticism this year and probably at times fairly,
Yeah.
not getting to Q3, that's kind of not acceptable in that car.
Definitely.
But even when he started in 14th, 15th, he always gets up and around
He does
it,
do
you know
really.
what I mean?
He's
So-
actually better drive. I think he's a better driver when he's got to recover.
And also the
Yeah.
pressure's off
Yeah,
in a way.
pressure. Well, yeah. You'd think the pressure would be on because he wants to make sure he gets back there. But it's very, very weird.
Yeah, very bizarre.
Very
But
weird because he's got the car and the talent to make sure he gets to Q3 every single time.
He's in the pits now, Checo Perez.
Ah.
I think we're not going to be able to judge it.
Checo
We're not going
Perez.
to. Oh, we are going to see the time. 2.4. Oh, I was well out.
no.
3.1.
Oh, you and me today.
Oh, I've
What did you write?
What did you
3.7.
write?
3.7. Right, I'm gonna do it for
Okay.
you.
You were at 3.7.
Yeah, I can see it still. It's like you've gone to rub it out.
That was good. On the money.
Oh, no.
Ready?
We've got another. Yeah. Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Because you get lots.
Oh God.
I don't think anyone wants to see it.
Do you want me to do it one more then? And if it lands on push-ups, then you have to do push-ups.
Good
Okay,
plan.
all right.
That's a good spin.
Oh my god, we've got a beatbox again.
I did really enjoy it last time. I'm not going to lie to you.
Different
Well,
tune
then,
though.
you get
Got to
to
be a
pick.
different tune. Got to be a different tune.
There's only one way to beatbox.
No.
Shall I try and do it to like the Formula 1 theme tune?
Yeah,
go on.
Dun,
Right,
dun, dun, dun.
right,
Okay.
ready?
Oh, I'm quite nervous about this. It's going on the show reel. Right, here we go.
the show reel.
What the show reel?
It's longer than you think.
Oh, we're doing the whole theme sheet.
Oh, okay. Now I can
enjoying it now.
I've repeated
Yeah.
it. Bum, 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 bum.
Woo!
That was very good.
I really didn't pick up what
No,
you were...
I started
didn't know it
strong
was a
and it
theme
fell
tune,
apart.
but-
I heard
I
it
believe you.
coming in.
Right, Hamilton is in the pits.
Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Right,
Good.
he's going to have
That
a
was
better go
terrible.
this time.
Okay. Has to be quicker than what it was. 3.4. Oh my lord, Mercedes.
I went 2.7 on final, so I'll care about.
What did you write?
2.7.
2.8, 2.4, 2.9.
So you're bang on a second, which I think
I'm-
punishment.
Bang on a
You
second.
two today. You two are like
An old
Lando
married
and
couple.
Max.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going out. However, he has emerged from the pit lanes and he is in P4.
He's still angry because of Arsenal, Chelsea.
Oh, yeah. Still a little bit
Sorry, you
hatred.
should be really disappointed. You were like 11th at the time and you drew 2 all.
Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Zahir, we've done all that. He thinks he said Red Bull made a strategic error. That might have been before he's seen the recovery.
Yeah.
Honda was very bad at the early hybrid era. Red Bull's got their cars right, and they did not have a good power unit to compete with Mercedes back then. Absolutely right. Zahir said, as I said earlier, Lewis is the master of time management. He's the one to watch. Louis Zhu says Max disappearing over the horizon. He says Danny Ricciardo is 23 seconds behind Yuki. Not so much now. They've caught up to each other. But again, I think there was a slow
Norris has
hit
done
on
it.
that one.
Sorry.
That was tasty.
Lando Norris has done Leclerc. We're going to talk about the Ferraris in a minute, considering they were the race leader.
Yeah.
Zahir says the race will be run on strategy. I think they'll put Lewis on mediums or even a soft if he keeps going
Overtake award.
forward. He's on mediums now till the end of the race. Mike White says Verstappen is going to win. George seems to have lost his mojo. And Zahir says, I need a pit stop after that beatbox.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
They loved it so much they want to say it again?
I don't think so.
No,
what has
that's
happened to
weird.
George Russell this race? Where even is he?
He's at,
I haven't seen
looking
George
after
for a long
the
time.
kids.
George has just been chilling in sixth. He hasn't moved up, hasn't moved down really since the
He's
start of the
maintained Norris'
race.
fastest lap. He's
Oh, it's
Thank
Elon.
you.
Oh, is that
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk?
Oh my god!
It's Elon, and that's this. I can't
It's the
pronounce
Wi-Fi
it.
code.
It's the
Anybody
Wi-Fi
know what that child is called?
It's like
XIAIXI.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
another
it's-
pit stop
Oh,
left
we
for George
missed
Russell,
it.
2.5.
There's lots of rumours that he named his child after his Wi-Fi password.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
No,
surprised.
no, I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be
But-
surprised.
No, I think each digit it means something.
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan of Elon Musk.
Can you imagine when they're doing the register at
How's that
school?
going?
It's not so
I
much
used to
anymore.
be,
I used to be. It was like the pre-buying Twitter.
That's a good stop for George, actually. It's a shame they
That's a
couldn't do
good
that for
stop.
Lewis, really, was it?
Where's he now? 9th. Oh, he's just not having a great race.
No.
No.
He's not.
New-
Perez got the fastest lap. Hello.
He has got the fastest lap. New tyres. Who this?
Look at both the Aston Martins, 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would have saw that coming?
I
They
think
might have to
they
stop
need
again,
to
but-
pit.
They do
again.
need to pit.
They both need to
Ah,
pit
yeah.
again.
okay.
But one of them started on hard, which I think was
They-
Stroll.
I
So
think they both
he doesn't.
started on
Stroll
hard.
doesn't actually have to stop. I think he probably will though.
Yeah.
Has Norris got enough? 1.3. He's still within striking distance in a sense of Verstappen. He's not that far.
Well,
up the
I
road.
think that the problem is you're not really looking at Leclerc. It will be Hamilton who will inevitably close that gap.
because he's on the
Leclerc.
medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see he's pushing here, Lewis.
Yeah, defo. He's pushing it.
I can see. I think Lewis will feel like he lost his chance to win this on that first pit stop when they pulled him in a couple of laps. Maybe
That's
too
what he'll
late.
say.
so.
Yeah.
16 laps to go. But it's been a good
It's
race.
been a
so
good
far.
race.
Yeah,
A really
it's been
good
a really,
race.
really good race.
And it's still in the balance, which is nice this late.
It is, yeah, definitely. Talia and Nina, how are you feeling about Ferrari today?
I know Talia is the hopeful one out of the two of us.
But
But this was very much expected for me. This is actually my top 3 where it is now. It's a shame it won't end this way.
It might.
It might.
What I'm
Unlikely,
really
but it might.
happy is if we can get a good haul of points. So I wanted us both in top 6, just so we can get some constructors points. So I'm not heartbroken. Put it
It's
that
not
way.
the
There's
end
been
of the
no
world.
disasters.
And mistakes can happen. And while it's a second and 2 seconds, it's still you can capitalise on those errors.
Exactly.
If Max 25 seconds ahead, you can make an error and it'll be fine.
Exactly. You have to be there and ready for them to
Lance's
say
in the
ahead.
pits, are we going to see it?
Just
Maybe
going to
not?
have a little look.
I
and see
still
the
have hope. It's
constructors.
fine. Charles Leclerc's still third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you...
No, I wrote him second, but in my head I knew it was the third, but I didn't want to write that down.
Have you been disappointed by this race, considering they didn't lead for even one lap?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, because it's sad to say it was almost expected.
Yeah.
Did you say that he was on pole?
Yeah, but I just it's for some reason it's just not there this season. He was on pole, but I think even I said he'll get overtaken in the first lap.
Yeah, I think after watching the sprint yesterday and seeing their pace as well, they just didn't have it this
There's
weekend.
just
their race
something-
pace is different to their quali pace.
Yeah.
But I don't even think it's the cars. I just think there is something from the drivers. From
Both of them.
yeah, there is something from, especially from Charles this season. There's just something missing.
It must be a little bit of probably both. I don't know, but
Obviously the cars, yes, but
you're right about that confidence thing as well.
yeah.
You know, it hasn't happened for Ferrari this year at all.
There's something definitely going on behind the scenes.
Do you reckon?
For sure.
Do you
for
think
sure.
there's unrest?
I don't know.
Frustration.
Something in their minds. There's just something that's just not there like it was last
They've
season.
kind of changed everything about the hierarchy as well of the team, and it's
There's
made a
been
little bit of a
lot
difference.
lot of moving
structural
parts.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also because there was a lot of criticism, I guess, against kind of the strategy.
Yeah.
And I do think the strategy part of Ferrari has improved this season.
Yeah.
I think it's just the cars.
Driver of the day.
Has let it down. Driver of the day, so
Previous
far it's
winners,
been Max
yeah.
3 times,
previous.
Perez 3 times, and Lando 3 times. I think it's probably going to be...
It'll probably be Matt 6th to
It
1st.
depends
I don't know.
where Lando
Nah.
finishes.
If Lando... Well, I guess he will still be a non-mover,
Obviously,
starting in
yeah.
second and finished in second. But as a driver, you probably will go to Max, won't it?
Probably. Same old.
Unless maybe Checo ends up on a podium.
Go on, Alex.
I don't think that will happen.
Yeah, I'm.
Never know.
You never
Well,
know.
Albon and Ricciardo
Do I
here,
think he
that's
can
great.
get through everyone? I'm not sure.
Good stuff, Alex.
Danny Rick has dropped down to 13th.
Oh,
He's on
shame.
the hard.
Sonoda's
Has he
still in
finished
10th. He's
again?
just waiting to finish 11th, though, isn't
He
he?
just wants to finish
Just
11th.
wait.
Why
Is that a
finish the
plastic
point?
bag on the track?
Probably.
I think it is a plastic bag on the track.
That is dangerous.
You have a word.
Go tell him.
Have a
say
word.
Get on
that's
the phone.
outrageous.
Get on
Get on
the
the
radio.
It's dangerous. Get caught on the wheel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So here says, I'm still sticking to my predictions that I made earlier. Who is excited for Vegas?
Oh,
I
so
am very excited.
Vegas
anyone
is
ever been to
excited.
Vegas before?
I have been to Vegas.
I have been to Vegas.
Oh, I'm 21 to be fair, there's no point.
To be fair.
Only just. Is it as amazing as everyone says it is?
It's fun.
I liked
Yeah,
it.
it is what it is.
I feel really shady about it. Something happened in Vegas.
No, I don't know. I felt it was a bit overhyped.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be an amazing race, or do you think it'll be very
It's
American?
a spectacle.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle. It's all of these are for Drive to Survive. I have absolutely no.
It's like
qualms about
it's
it.
like Disneyland for adults.
Yes.
Even though Disneyland is for adults.
Just
I
like
agree,
Miami
Disneyland
was
is still
so
for
boring.
adults. Yeah.
Miami, yeah, and the way that they did that whole announcement thing, was it will.i.am started singing songs, they all
Yeah,
came
it was
out or
weird.
something?
Yeah.
There'll be something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Like project
It's
them
just
off the top of the building.
it's because of the audience and how much it's grown. And I think it's great to have a Vegas race. We
Oh,
see
it'd be
fights,
cool,
boxing,
yeah.
everything in Vegas.
Yeah.
But it's for no doubt it's for the show.
Yeah,
It's
for the show
absolutely
rather
for
than
the show.
sport.
Also, it's a 5 a.m. start, so cheers.
Yeah, nice one, guys.
Nice one, guys.
Hamilton's getting close to Leclerc here, but he's got to get it done. If he wants any chance of getting up towards Max, he's got to do it now.
Yeah, now's the time.
Because he is on the medium. Here we go. Go on, Lewis.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Aw.
it's easy. It's like the old days.
Go deep. Go on. Oh,
That's good.
No.
What a viewing platform that is, by the way.
I know, right?
Beautiful.
I'm not good with heights, but
It's like the one at
yeah, that's-
Silverstone.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Can't remember. I think it's
That's high though,
a
isn't it?
10-6 or 10-5. Can't
That's
remember.
really high.
Yeah.
But it's that tall building, but you've got to be literally camped out there from fucking dawn.
Yeah, to
If
actually
you
have a
wanna get
chance.
it.
What
Yeah.
to get up there?
Yeah, it's in the I think it's in the drivers club, but it's
Right.
really
Nice.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's high though.
it's like yes. Obviously, this is higher. We're in America.
Everything's
Duh,
bigger and better.
It's bigger and better.
That was easy for Lewis, that wasn't it,
Just
really?
bigger.
Yeah, really easy.
Look, it's a bumpy track, isn't it? You can see
Very
the heads
bumpy.
The heads are doing what?
Lots of turns, lots of twists and turns on this
Lots
track.
of twists and turns. It's a really nice track to be
Do
fair.
we think Perez is going to get the Ferraris, or is he just happy where he is?
He's
No,
happy. He can't quite believe his luck he's in sixth.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to get the Ferrari.
Both of them, you reckon?
He might get signs.
Yeah, he'll get signs, and I think he might just get Leclerc towards the end.
Yeah,
Just.
Leclerc's only done one pit.
Norris won't win this race,
So he's going to get the Ferraris.
but Hamilton might. Even though it's 2 and 3, that way now.
You still think Hamilton is going to win?
Wait,
this
does
race?
I'm not saying it will, but I
Verstappen
said if
pit
it's
again?
not going to be Verstappen, I don't think it'll be Norris. I think it'll be Hamilton.
Why do you not think it's going to be Verstappen?
Just
Does he have to pit again?
pounce.
No, he doesn't. I think it probably will be Verstappen now, but I'm just saying if it's not, I think it's more likely to be Hamilton than it is Norris.
I actually agree with you. I
Despite
don't know
Lewis
why.
being third. But it's the medium tyre, he's flying around now. He's better track time than Verstappen on that last lap in terms of sector.
He's
It's still
looking,
always
he's just
going.
looking a bit more racy.
We've got 12 laps to go and he's 5 seconds off Verstappen. It's tough, but
Guys, we have a race on our hands.
We
it's
do have a
hammer
race
time.
Hamilton is on the radio, still a big gap ahead.
Let's have some
Yeah, you're
positivity.
pulling in, mate.
You're putting him in forecast P2.
Maybe the win. Positive
Come on,
from race
hammer time.
engineers.
I don't even support Mercedes, but
Exactly.
But that's
Right,
the thing.
people
But you
to the
you say that to your driver, and he starts to go like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I've
you
got
gotta
this.
egg them
I've got
on.
this."
Listen, strike distance is 4 laps for Lewis to be in front of Lando. So if he can be in front of Lando,
Yeah.
that would be lap 48. He's still then got, what, 8 laps to try and close 2 seconds on Verstappen? It's going to the end.
It's
We
going to
haven't
the
seen
end.
a race
We
like
haven't
that
seen
for
like
a
this.
very
No.
long time.
Well, Singapore's
No.
the only one I can compare.
Yeah,
all
apart
year.
from Singapore, but that just
Yeah.
went
That was
horribly
yeah.
wrong
I mean, that was
for that.
crazy.
Just that
What's
track
he
just
gonna
didn't
say?
suit. We can't see what Charles is saying.
No! Leclerc say no! No!
No.
I'm not boxing. That's what he
He's
does.
going to
isn't
have to box.
he always disagrees. How do you feel about plan C?
C?
What? Or D?
Oh my god, they
Well, they
love
didn't
this
even get A or
alphabet.
B.
Or B?
Plan
Or
C
B.
is plan
Too
B.
Oh,
It's
B,
too
it's
late.
too late.
Ferrari, what's going
B
on?
is probably the 2-stop.
He's losing time every lap here.
Yeah.
So what do you
I mean,
think?
what
Plan?
was
What do you
plan
think? Plan
C?
1 was?
I
They're
think
the only team that used this stupid method of A, B, C,
You'd say
D.
plan
And they keep
A.
going.
Plan A must have been that you lead the race and would manage it in that way, which was over within 5 seconds
There
of the
should
race.
be one plan. Which
Plan B must be try and
When you
maintain
get second.
podium. And then plan C must be we have another thing to do. Put you on softs towards the end potentially.
But they're the only team that kind of talk like this. And
There you go.
Oh, Yuki.
Yuki,
Fernando.
staying there, Yuki is still in 10th just about.
he wants P11.
I think he likes
He
it.
likes
He
P11.
wants some record that they'll come back to in about 3 years' time. No driver's got P11 more than Yuki Tsunoda.
Yes. Didn't get points, but got
It's a
P11.
stat.
It's a great stat. He's in 10th though. He's inviting Stroll in there. Oh, hello. That's a good move. Is that Hulkenberg and Ricciardo?
Yeah, that would be.
That's a nice move. Guys, Perez has dropped back from the Ferraris. Just
He
saying.
had a
Hulkenberg's
hit.
up one.
He had a hit, but then obviously he has dropped back a little bit.
It's now 4 seconds. It was in the 3s.
There is a look at that gap between Russell and Perez.
Madness, isn't
That's
it,
a big old gap.
It's a whole different race going on.
Russell's having a
It's
howler.
not been a good day.
What do we think
at
about
all.
Ricciardo just being given the seat for next year? When Liam Lawson did so well in AlphaTauri.
Agreed.
People want Ricciardo on the track though, don't they?
Oh, me included, but do you agree or do you think
Also,
they're doing it from a...
Having Yuki and Danny Rick is box office, I think.
Yes, you think they're going for that rather than
I think they're
actual
going for that, and I think also, again, I think there needs to be big upgrades at AlphaTauri, considering this is meant to be a bit of a Red Bull feeder team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car
Oh, yeah.
needs a lot of TLC. It's a bit like a tractor. So it is difficult for anyone. I think Yuki does a really good job, and I think he's
There you
actually,
go.
I think he's improved dramatically.
Yeah.
Like just matured all
Even
round.
his temper.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, everything about him. He's just grown up. And I
Sergeant
think
just took him.
I think it did actually help having De Vries in. I know that De Vries was obviously not a great,
I think they should
a
give
great
him more
F1
time
driver,
as well,
but I think it helped having the responsibility of being that first driver at
Yeah.
the team. Between him and Danny Rick, I mean, I guess it's competition for places, and I think maybe next year there's not so much onus on this season
Sure.
for anything to happen, but next year, if they can maybe make some tweaks to the car a little bit, who knows?
I don't think Danny Rick is planning on staying long. I think he's just going to do that season next year, and then he's looking for a bigger seat.
Please no, I'm taking the braking.
I think so. His engineers just said he's doing the same pace as Hamilton. So if he maintains, he'll be fine. And Max is just like, "Can you not talk to me while I'm braking in a corner?" Which is probably a fair comment, isn't it? Really. I don't think he's waited for him to go to braking zone and gone.
Now.
There we go. He has a love-hate relationship with his engineer. It's quite funny to watch and to listen in sometimes.
I think I don't think any of us can actually comprehend the focus and concentration you have to have.
Yeah.
Even as
And then when you're
easy as it is to
turning,
Max.
and then you have someone in your ear.
Yeah,
making
not
you
cool.
You're
jump.
literally turning corners at 200 miles an hour.
I imagine it's quite loud, because obviously being on the track it's loud. So
Yeah.
the thing in your ear must be like, oh.
So there you
Yeah.
are focusing on like turning into the corner, and all of a sudden you have another voice in your
Yeah.
head.
Also, it's different. Usually he's like 30 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
So this time he's not 30
Now
seconds
he's-
ahead. He
he's
actually
racing.
needs full concentration
Yeah.
on this race.
Yeah, so they're saying here in commentary, aren't they, that if Hamilton can get past Norris quick, then it is on for Max, because Lewis is doing the fastest lap on lap. He's quicker than anyone else. He's the quickest man on track at the moment. But he has to get past Norris now, then he can have a clean run at Verstappen.
Also, there's going to be we'll have to see how well Norris can defend as well. Apex attacker says, "Where's a Go Tiffy?" As in Latifi. When you need him, bring out the safety car. Louis Wu says, "God like being 1-4 now. Fernando 7th with old floor, making engineers look really bad."
Yeah.
Mike White says Fernando Alonso is amazing. Where are we looking at him right now?
I agree.
He's in ninth, isn't he?
P9th from
That's
pit lane.
potential driver of the day.
It is
Fernando.
it's potential.
And for the call to turn around to his team and going, no, I appreciate you tried to do something with bringing up grades. It didn't work.
It didn't
I know better
work.
than you.
Yeah,
I'll
I
prove
think if we were seeing him maybe P5, then we could talk about driver of the day. I don't think he gets it for P9.
No, that's probably a fair comment.
No.
Lewis is closing in here on Lando.
Come on,
Come on,
Lewis.
The
come on,
win is
Lando.
still on for Lewis Hamilton.
Come on, Lando. Oh, my voice is going through. Zahir says it can end in disaster. Turn 1 is lethal. Whoever takes the lunge could wipe both out of the top 3 drivers.
I love it.
Apex Attacker says right about now be perfect time for Bono to come on the radio and say it's hammer time. Dorian says Lewis to win, Max brake failure, as if. Zahir says, Mike White, I agree with you. Alonso, in my opinion, is the best F1 driver, even at his old age. Give him a competitive car, can win a driver's title. And Jamie B says, Verstappen has got this wrapped up. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Please and thank you.
I don't know if I think Verstappen will win, but I don't think he's got it wrapped up.
No.
He wraps up a lot of races. This
one
isn't one of
is
them.
it? Yeah.
No.
This is not
Hamilton
one of
just
them.
took half a second out of Norris in a few corners, by the way, guys.
So, listen, Hamilton needs to get in front of him before lap 50. Then he's got 6 laps to hunt down Verstappen. And Hamilton is quicker than Verstappen right now on this track. And there is the inevitable Yuki Tsunoda into 11th. Oh, Yuki.
Oh,
it's off the track
It's
for
off
Lance.
the track, Lance.
Very late
move,
man.
Man.
Man, it is actually, to be fair to him. Lance has had a weekend
Lance
to
has had-
remember, positively as well.
I think he just stayed on.
yeah.
Oh, this is...
Oh,
here
let's
we
go, baby.
Come on,
If Bono has not already, he needs to get ready for hammer time, because this could be legendary this
Come
morning.
on,
Right, come
Lando,
on, let's do
some
this.
defending here.
Hamilton versus Norris. I'm so tall.
I actually want a spicy...
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
She's gone
no.
for it. Oh!
No.
Oh,
Lewis is
Lando, come on, fight, Lando.
Oh,
Lando is still holding off. I
Nice,
think
nice.
this is
no,
inevitable now.
switcheroo.
Lewis
He's
Hamilton.
got better traction. Come
Is
on,
there
come on,
contact?
come on.
No.
No, Lando's still in front.
Go on,
is
love
great
this,
racing.
Lando. Great race.
And the big winner here is Max Verstappen, because the longer they go...
Yeah,
And they're fighting
squabbling.
each other.
Yeah.
Just leaves Max time to pull
Lewis
away.
will get him into turn 1, though. Stroll's ahead of Alonso. What?
Uh,
Oh my God, it's a failure for Alonso.
oh, rear suspension. And he'd had a great
But this could bring out a safety car, guys.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it's going to stop on track. No,
Please
but
no
this
safety
is
car.
brilliant for
Come
the
on,
neutral.
Lewis.
Oh, my God. Is there a...
Oh my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Lando's been
Brilliant.
very late there, but
That was a
Hamilton gets
really
him.
late move.
Go on, Lewis.
He's
Oh
got
my
him.
goodness.
Come on,
Just got around
Lando.
the-
Oh, he's
Oh.
got him. Come on, Lando. You still
Oh
got
my
it.
God,
He's
that
fighting
was
back.
dramatic.
Wow.
Right, now get after
This
Max.
is some great
7
driving.
laps.
Get after Max.
Fastest lap has just gone, weirdly, to George Russell.
So has he woken
Who
up?
has been
Hello, George.
completely irrelevant
He's
today.
woken up now, guys.
Come on, Lando.
7 laps, it's Hamilton versus Verstappen.
And there goes Alonso down.
Alonso's falling.
Wow.
This could be, hold on, this could be major for Alonso. He's back on the
Please
radio.
don't give us a safety car.
Oh no, but
We
can you
really-
imagine, because we'll have a
I
restart
hate
for
having a
Verstappen
safety
and
car
Hamilton.
late on in a race.
It'll be absolute box office. Be like Abu Dhabi all over again.
Oh,
don't.
no.
Let's have a look at this move, because this was crazy. Lando, does he double move? I'm not entirely sure what he does, to be fair.
And this is when Hamilton gets him.
Do you know what, I'm gutted for Norris, because he led the race for
He's
quite
had
a while.
he's
today.
had such a good race.
His time will come. Are we going to see a Toto?
Oh.
Oh, Toto's not happy with Lando, is he?
No. It almost looked like he
Oh!
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sassy.
Very
I think
sassy.
she's had one too many.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nothing to do with the race in that. Oh, this is exciting.
All right,
is he
what is the
closing
gap for
The
Hamilton
gap
and
is
Verstappen?
5.3.
Oh, that's quite a gap.
in? It's quite a gap, but it's...
And how many laps?
Well, I think we're going to
7.
need a bit of a push here from
We're
Max.
going to need like a second a lap from Lewis.
Going to need a push.
I don't know if he's got the tyres for
No,
that, guys.
this is tight. But he's on the medium. Max is on
Hard.
the hard. But
That
here we
was-
go. Hamilton's on the radio. Is it hammer time? Is it hammer time? We can't hear. We don't know. It could be.
We just know he's on the radio.
But this is as close as it's
Also,
got
can we?
since Abu
Danny
Dhabi, for
Rick
instance.
has dropped all the way down to 18th.
Yeah, he is
He's
the
not
bottom of the
cut
grid.
out. Yeah, but
There's obviously an issue going on
it's
here.
something to do with it.
There has to be something with the car.
Hamilton is improving per lap on Verstappen, but maybe not enough.
Coilin.
So just to update you on Ricciardo, he tried to do the one stop, much like what McLaren A few other drivers did, but it did not work out for him, and he was just after pitting a few laps per for softs.
Right.
Right.
Oh.
So again, it's a strategy call that's not worked.
Yeah.
So maybe not down
Bit
to him.
gutted for him today.
What is Carlos
No, I
Sainz
don't
going to
want-
try hunt him
I don't
down?
want these two squabbling because this is going to cause a problem for me.
That's
These
the thing.
two are
It looks like
definitely gonna
Carlos
have a
Sainz
score.
is
Carlos
coming
Sainz
after
going
him.
to say, let me go ahead.
He is, he's
Mind
literally-
them swapping agreeably, but not racing.
When have you ever seen
Yeah,
them
these
swap
two don't do
agreeably?
Charles Leclerc's not going to want him to.
No, he's not.
No, he wants to get this one fourth.
Definitely.
That gap is coming down, by the way.
That gap
between
is
Verstappen
coming
and Hamilton.
down.
Not
Good.
maybe not quick enough.
4.9.
Is
Not
the
quick
only
enough,
thing.
guys.
Okay, we have 6 laps left.
Oh, we go, Alonso. We can
You
see
see a
there's
problem with the floor.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness!
man.
But
In
it's
the
probably
pits.
a
He's had
problem.
such a
yeah.
great race.
Shame.
I think they're retiring Fernando Alonso.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's gone for it.
Oh, God.
He's
Fair
gone for it
enough.
and he's done it.
That looks like he let him through though.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
maybe they did
Well,
let
let's see
him.
the.
I can't hear what Leclerc is saying.
Because Perez is right there, but he's not doing much.
Unless there's a problem
didn't
with Leclerc,
fight
he
that.
didn't really fight it at all.
No, it
That's-
looked like he let him through.
Once again,
didn't
proving
he?
your point,
Yeah.
Abby, that maybe science is
Do
ahead
not
of
fight
Leclerc in
that.
terms
I
of
think so.
this
Let
season.
Sainz spy. Do not lose time.
They'll just let him by.
Oh, okay.
Dad
Oh,
to
let's see.
Ted.
Dad
I was
Dad
Charles
to Ted.
Leclerc.
Dad to Ted. Who's
Dunno.
Dad?
Fastest lap from Daniel Ricciardo.
Ricciardo at the back.
And
on the
Fernando
softs.
Alonso is out of the race.
Oh no.
Alonso has retired on lap 4. That's me so annoying, isn't it? When
It's
you
not
literally
been a
come
good
from
week.
The pit. It's,
That weekend, sorry, for Aston,
not
has
good.
it?
Something wrong with the floor. The gap at the top still remains 4.9.
He's not
Hey,
gonna do
Stroll's
it.
happy though. He's gone into 9th.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
Sonoda
play,
in
Lance.
10th.
And
If
Snow-
Hamilton stopped once, he would be in
in
third
third.
place.
So that's what they're predicting.
Right.
So it was the right call for Mercedes.
Yeah,
Wonder if they'd had maybe a second quicker on that pit stop, where would we be now?
a second quicker probably.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Lando 3.6 seconds
Instead
off
of 3
Hamilton.
seconds behind Verstappen, would be 2.
Yeah. Oh God.
I think it's
It's
probably
still
too
4.9.
late.
Do I think Max can hold on for 5 laps?
Yeah.
Yes.
4 laps
I think
almost.
this is how it
Yeah.
ends unless there's any disasters.
It's such a shame that if Hamilton.
I
maybe got
can't
ahead
read
of
that.
Norris-
Why do I have
do I
to let Sainz
by?
by?
Let's talk after
Oh,
the race.
see?
Oh,
He's not a happy bunny.
trouble in
In
paradise.
fairness, many times Sainz has wanted to go past and they've said no,
Yeah.
stay with Leclerc.
Yeah.
So I think it's totally fair.
Oh, number 1, number 2 driver.
I know, but
That's
the thing
what's
is,
going on.
One thing I
Yeah.
say about Ferrari that time is at least they were decisive and went quick, because they
Yeah.
do this
They
thing where they
usually-
wait for 3 laps and go, should we not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they went for it, even if that's going to lose one driver.
Dropping down a
sometimes.
little bit, 4.7 now, 4.791.
I mean, this has to be one of his best.
I think we've got to
driving
watch
performances ever,
for
to pull
Perez now. On
Are we going to
Yeah,
have
we
signs?
need to
I
watch
can't
on
read
Perez.
that. I
Saw Norris
He
is
knows.
slow, no?
Norris is slow, no. Yeah, 1 second slower than us. Push.
Oh wow,
So
Let's
that Sainz
go.
thinks he can get himself on that podium.
that's not enough time for that.
We got
he's
some blue.
4
we got
seconds
some
behind
backgrounds,
Norris.
Yeah. I get so
Hamilton
Hamilton's
is,
yeah.
yeah,
it's just not
sector
quick
2
enough.
and 3. He is faster, but not in sector 1. I still think that Max can push that with that
He
Red
needs to
Bull.
be eating in more time at this stage.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
He can
5 or
definitely
4
push
laps
that.
to go.
Let's see what you guys are saying
race.
in the chat. Lewis could take second. He's got the tyre and the car. I think it's looking more likely he will do that now.
Yeah.
Jamie says sector 1 hasn't been the biggest factor, but maybe tyre deg. Zahir said this is a great race though. Jamie says, lol, James, there is no hammer time today. Zahir says, bloody hell, come on, Lewis, let's go. Jamie says they aren't catching Max. Dorian says, James B, just watch, it's hammer time. Jamie says, Max and Lando 1-2. Louis Wu says, Lance 9, Fernando 11th. What? Obviously, we now know Fernando Alonso has had to retire. Dorian is saying, Max brake failure, just watch. Jamie says, James is way too hopeful for Hamilton. Luna T says, what place is Lando? Lando is P3 currently. Zahir says, Max is controlling the race. Yuki will score 1 point. Nice. Zahir says he's got this bagged. And I agree with Jamie B.
I've just had heartbreak.
Perez is in DRS.
Why? What's happened?
My Dodd, Albon, has just got a penalty.
Oh, God.
That's not...
That's a great question. Who is your Dodd?
My dog currently
Who is your
it
dog?
was Lando, but I'm very concerned about what's happening here right now.
It's dropping
Yeah.
off a little bit.
It stands for. She needs to be doing more. All we can hope for is an Abu Dhabi style back market.
Oh,
like
it's
Ricciardo.
very close here. Go on.
It's a matter of time, isn't
Checo's on it.
it? It's a matter
What's
of time.
happened to Charles Leclerc?
Oh, God.
It's like the question
He'll
of
get
the
there. This is
season.
easy for Sergio.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, he'll fly by him.
Come on, Put your foot down.
How many people are calling me too optimistic for
Yeah,
Hamilton?
make her go out and the outside.
Outside.
Nice defending there,
And
Charles.
then
Who's
back
calling you
inside.
out?
Well, just people in
Yeah.
the comments.
No, you're not meant to read the comments.
Okay, Sergio Perez up to
Okay.
5th.
I think it'll probably end up
It'll
this
probably
now.
end
though.
up.
This is how it
I
ends.
think my driver of the day is Lance Stroll.
No, you can't change it.
No, I'm
You
not
can't
changing
change it.
my
You
dod. I'm
can
just
have a
saying.
mouse or
You
No,
can't
it
change your
was
dod.
not.
When you set your
Mine
dod, you
was-
can't change
mine
your
was
dod.
Piastri.
What about Sergeant in 12th? I mean, that's an absolute be the best of his life.
That will be
Hold on,
brilliant.
Sergeant's not got points. No, he's never getting 20-something seconds on Tsunoda.
No,
is
he's
he?
never getting 20
No.
seconds.
Tsunoda might get 10th there. He's 18 seconds.
Yeah, I
clear
think
of
He
Albon.
will get 10.
I reckon driver of the day is probably, you probably would have to say it, like based on where they were, it's probably Max,
Yeah,
P6
six
to
to
P1.
Yeah.
Or you'd probably say Norris if he'd stayed at P2.
Yeah.
And no one has ever won this race in the last 10 years from if they haven't been on the front row.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen looks like he's done it from 6th. So
It's-
that
yeah,
in itself,
based on that, he
it's a
probably
tough
would
track
be.
to do that.
Vote closes in 2 laps' time. At the moment, it is well, there
Oh,
we go.
lot
Lando,
of love for Lando.
31%, 16% Max, 16% Lewis. Was this vote massively cast when he was still in second?
I
believe
think so.
He's now
I think so.
6
It's under
off the
4
top.
seconds now for Hamilton.
It is, but there's
And
no
there's
way.
no time.
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a bit
Max would have
optimistic
to
that way.
absolutely.
No, optimistic's good.
That-
Keep
I'd
it
have
up.
to have a
And
wobbly
But
and
my
like...
point is, like, he's had brake issues earlier today. If he has a tiny lock-up...
You don't think Max Verstappen can manage his tyres
Yeah.
and
Sure
brakes
he
for
can,
another
but
3 laps?
A tiny lock-up for Max when he's 25 seconds ahead doesn't matter. At 3 seconds ahead, it could. It's now
It-
3.5, pretty much.
It would need to... No, he'd need to go off and
He'd
come
need
back.
to go off, come back, have a
Guys,
his
I'm
lock
just
up.
trying to-
Anything can happen.
Anything
in,
can happen.
anything can happen in 3 laps.
It's true. I've
Anything.
watched Australia
Yeah.
when Pierre Gasly and Ocon went into each other.
Even Russell
About
at
what happened in
Singapore,
Azerbaijan.
yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Australia was crazy.
You're calling me hopeful. You're a Ferrari fan. Do you know what I mean? At least...
Well,
Well,
Talia's the hopeful
Hopeful one.
Ferrari fan. I'm the
This is
realistic
true. So I'm
one.
gonna
My
be
heart's
hopeful
been
Mercedes
broken
today.
many a time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got to keep the positivity
listen,
up.
it's 3.3 within a lap. He's nearly done a second this lap.
There's no way.
I'm just saying.
2 laps to go, almost.
Yeah.
Verstappen's on the ready. Go on. What's happened?
Gap
3.6.
3.6.
It's always good. It's now actually 3.2.
Stop talking.
I know.
Stop
When
talking.
I'm braking, man.
Oh my God. Well, it's
True.
now 3.2.
And then there was
Why
silence.
does he keep doing that? Sergio Perez.
That's the first time in a while that Red Bull have been telling Max the gap. Because they
Yeah.
only tell gap when they're worried.
No.
right?
There's no need though, is there?
And then now
Edge of the seat stuff. Oh my God, it's 3. It's 3. We're going into the 2s, guys.
There's just no laps left.
Well, there's 2.
He
Well,
needs
yeah,
to
I
push.
know, but not enough laps to overtake.
Max needs to have a sprint lap, is what he needs
Pretty
to do
much.
on this.
But there's traffic. Remember, Max is coming through traffic
There
as
is
well.
traffic.
There is traffic.
There's Max. Where's Lewis?
Yeah, but they've just got to move out the way.
Oh, it's
He can
it's
see
2.8.
him.
It's 2.8.
He can see him in his mirrors.
It's 2.8.
Come on, Max.
Come on, Lewis Hamilton.
No way, Max.
Oh
is
my
doing
God.
Oh, I wish Lewis was closer.
If we
so
had 3 more
have a-
laps, he'd do it. Maybe.
I would agree. If
It's-
there was more,
But it's
I
coming
think
down at unbelievable rate.
An unbelievable rate.
Oh, look, here we
unbelievable
go. Oh,
rate.
we're heading for a last lap showdown.
I don't
Oh
know
my-
if we are, guys.
I'm
I mean, they are
I'm maybe
pressing.
slightly overhyping
He is
this,
pressing.
2.8.
Yeah, but I will say that a few times. Oh my God, I love him. He's from Yellowstone.
Oh.
He's
a
got
lovely
the
cowboy
he's got
hat.
the
guys.
checkered
Great
flag
show.
ready.
Great TV show.
It's literally 2.5 within a lap.
It's
He's
great.
made
Guys,
a
if
second.
it was like 1.8, maybe.
Yeah, we
but
would be talking. But I don't-
Anything
this is a-
can
It's
It's
happen.
2.3. It's gone even quicker.
Anything can happen.
Come on, Max. We're done. We're literally
No,
done.
they've got another lap after this.
Yeah, I know,
50
we're
seconds.
basically
There's
done.
no time.
There's no time.
I'm a
2
believer
seconds
that
out.
anything
There's
can
no
happen.
way that Max is not doing this. Come
I'm a
on,
believer,
let's
guys.
not be silly. And
I'm
also-
a believer.
That's
That's
some-
I
some-
know.
Everyone
It's
laughing behind the
closing.
camera. What's that about?
closing.
What is closing?
We're not
2.2.
I'm a believer. Don't worry.
It's like
Thank
a couple
you.
of tenths.
Go on,
Come
Lewis.
on,
Go on, Lewis.
Max. Right,
This
you need to
wouldn't-
just
this would-
push.
It's so close. It is so close. No, but it is though. It's not been this close since Abu
It
Dhabi.
hasn't, and do you know what? It's lovely to watch it.
It's really
It's
nice.
2 seconds.
Come on, keep it coming in. Keep it coming in.
Come on, Max.
It's nearly down to 1.
Oh my
Nearly
God.
down to 1.
It's 2 seconds now, and it will, as we come into that, this is sensational.
We
It's
haven't
2
had a
point-
grandstand finish.
I hope so. We
That's
needed
a
2 more
long
laps. We
time.
needed 2 more laps, and he'd won it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Again.
I'd say 4.
But to be fair,
There you go. It's down at 1.
It should have been this 2 laps ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Final lap.
Oh.
Come
Oh
on,
no,
Max,
I
push.
can't cope. I literally can't cope.
It's these brakes.
Do you know what I mean? A slight mistake, it's all over.
If Max has a
No, he's
mistake,
fine
it's
there.
over.
Come on,
And in
Lewis.
all honesty, Max has
Just
been
give me one more
waiting
lap.
about the brakes
We've gone from
for such a
1.8
long
down to
time.
1.7.
This is
Oh,
absolutely
Max,
thralling
you've got to
stuff.
push.
Oh my goodness, great. It's 1.7. I just needed 2 more laps. This is unbelievable, though.
Come on, Max.
1.6.
Max has not had to work this hard for a while.
No, Max hasn't worked this hard all season.
No, he's sweating today. He's sweating.
Come on, Max.
Guys.
You've got to concentrate. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
This is huge.
1.5.
Hey, another lap. It might have even been 1 lap.
Yeah,
It
it
was one
would have
lap.
done
We have
it.
to get the overtake done, so we would need at least 2.
Oh.
Come on, he's quicker in every sector.
he's a second quicker.
But this is also because of the car, and also
1.4.
But can the Alpha hold them up here? 1.4.
I mean, Max is getting DRS.
Imagine if it's
Come on,
Bottas
Max.
holding
Come
up
on.
Max. Come on.
1.5. It's gone
Nah,
up.
it's too late.
Too
That's
late.
too late.
1.8. It's going up.
It's his final corner, innit? Or coming into.
It's going up.
Oh. I'm absolutely broken.
But it was
Bottas
brilliant.
is
It was
holding.
look,
Yeah.
that's what we want. We want to be
We want
seeing.
more.
Bottas is holding Lewis
We want to
up.
see this every race.
he is.
We want to be seeing them
2
fight.
more, 2 more laps.
Yeah, Bottas is holding up Lewis.
That's so funny.
The
Yep.
irony.
I love how Bottas
He's
is
like,
go on.
yep,
Yeah.
sure, yeah,
I'll
Max, go. Lewis,
Make my car
nah.
as big as possible.
Yeah, but to Max, he was like, yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Off you go.
Sling your it.
And it's now 1.9.
Wow, fair play.
Oh.
That's why he's a world champion.
We had a good minute and a half of racing.
No, come on, but
Max
for a minute.
Verstappen
You were
wins.
worried.
Hey, Lando Norris
A
is
little
on the
bit.
podium.
Because of the brakes, but I always back Max to
Well,
win
well
everything.
done.
Oh, fireworks.
Brilliant.
Boom, boom, boom. Good race. Great race.
Great race.
Hey, Norris
Really
is
good
third. He deserves that.
He does.
Is he driver of the day? Did I win?
We haven't
Lando
seen yet
got
who's
third.
driver of the day, but nice day for
Carlos
Norris.
Sainz is fourth.
Carlos Sainz.
Happy with that.
Who predicted who?
We
I
let's
got
have a look. shall we?
one person correct on my,
I had Max,
but
Lando,
not in
Lewis.
in
I
the
got-
right place.
Max. I just got Max.
I got the right 3, but I had
Wrong
Norris
order.
first, Verstappen third, and
Yeah,
Hamilton second. So.
wrong order for me, but
I
right.
mean, I got everyone wrong, but I got one
Lando.
person correct.
Lando and Lewis. Lando and Lewis.
Oh, I did. I had Lewis.
Yeah, I had Lando in my top
Oh,
3.
that was the
Lando
one.
and Lewis. If I'd have just swapped the 2 round.
That
But
might have been
Piastri,
the only chance.
Who's your driver of the
I
day?
was Albon.
Albon.
Yellow flag, sector 1. What?
Green flag is fine.
Piastri, he was out. Who was your driver of the day?
Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
Well, 4th.
Hey,
maybe.
Yeah.
Who was your driver of the day?
Lando.
Lando. So
Both
you might,
have- I think you've
you
got
might
it,
be
yeah.
in with a shout of it. To be fair,
Let's see.
That was a good race.
that was
Yeah,
a
that
very
was
good
good,
race.
guys.
It
That
was
the best
great.
one we've had in a while.
Absolutely. was.
Yeehaw.
Snowdrive got points, guys.
Go on, Yuki.
So did Lance Stroll.
Unfortunate day for Danny Rick.
Oh, it's fastest lap for Yuki. He's picked up an extra one.
Nice. I like it.
Well
Oh,
done,
2
Yuki.
points for Yuki. Good stuff.
You know what? That was to you for saying he's been 11th his whole life.
Oh, no, I love Yuki.
Little extra
Sunshine.
point there.
Don't turn Yuki
He was
on
like,
me.
take that.
Logan Sargent finishes P12 as well.
Yeah,
Good for him.
good result for him.
Good
And
for him.
Stroll
Really
in
good.
9th, starting
Stroll
from the
in
pits
ninth,
as well.
And we have to give him credit for
Fair
it.
play, Lance.
Yeah.
Let's just wrap up your comments. Lewis says Yuki is kicking Dan's butt. I think there was a bit of an issue with the tyres
Yeah.
for Danny Rick, which is a bit of a shame. Zahir says, wow, Lewis pulled a second on Max, 2.3. Lewis is going nuts. Let's go. My heart is racing as if I'm in the cockpit of the car. He was saved by DRS there. Great race and great presentation from you guys. Love y'all. And keep up the great work. Hope you guys do. Richard said, great race. Good to see Hamilton give us some fun. V. Krober said, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. True. I mean, we have
like
a Dutch.
that.
If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. We
Ain't
might
much.
steal that.
Yeah.
We'll see what moaning Lewis has to say after this. But
Oh, that's
it
harsh.
is very good. He's had a great day.
I think 1
finishing
or
in
2 more
P2.
laps. I think he's done it.
I
by
know,
the way.
but, you know,
he
we can
says it
always
there,
do the
Lewis
what
says,
ifs.
Couple more laps.
Couple more laps. But I think they'll be very happy as a Mercedes fan. You must
I'm
be.
over the moon. That's good.
We're going to dissect it on tomorrow morning's podcast anyway. But it's been lovely, guys. I hope you enjoyed your first show.
Yeah.
Day
After
one.
that, you'll be sick of me.
Oh, I look forward to it. Thank you to James. Thank you to Talia. Thank you to Nina.
Thank you to you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thanks,
for
Abby.
coming. And we hope you enjoyed that. It's Texas is done for another year, but we stay in the Americas for next week, and we'll have the roundup for you tomorrow. Have a good evening, everyone. Don't forget to smash the like button.